Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Quiett Gentleman channel. I'm Matt, and I'll be running your game tonight here on Illuminated Page. I am here with Shawn playing
Aaron.
Fart Buckets. Aaron Lockhart. Crap, guys, I am sorry.
No, I'm impressed. It's gone the other way because before we're here with Aaron playing Shawn, and now we've got it kind of flipped around. So that's improvement.
And I'm here with John playing Jimmy Ray Sheridan.
Hi, everyone.
David playing Professor Dalphus Hardgrove.
Hi, everybody.
And Roxanne playing Claudius Rumtree.
Hello.
And, man, my brain is not working today. Just a couple of reminders about things. Not that. That's not the right notes. Hold on, I'm getting there. There we go. We've got some Clue Cthulhus you can use for rerolls and luck. Go ahead and use those whenever you like. When you spend them for rerolls, mention who you're spending it for, or you can just give it to the general group. I am not super good at keeping track of that, but I'll do my best.
I usually try to be.
Yeah, and then the luck. Oh, hey, everybody roll a d6 and add that to your luck pool.
Woohoo, 5.
2! Yeah, all right. Good start.
If you want to spend to give people luck, let me know about that as well. And mention who that's for. That one's a little less time intensive on letting us know who it's for because it's not nearly as bad. We've got games coming up. So tomorrow I should be online doing Matt plays for Celeste Crown of the Magister. We will be back Tuesday with Tomes of Isolation. We've kind of. Sorry, Matt's an idiot. There we go.
You okay?
I opened Twitch to monitor the
you
stream,
can hear yourself?
And then I could hear myself, and it was very startling. I'll be here tomorrow. On Tuesday, we'll be playing Tomes of Isolation, the Vampire the Masquerade, the Night Road. It's gotten really good. It's really interesting. Things have gotten tense. The game feels tense, so that's cool.
Do you realize you've been playing that for 7 weeks now?
Yeah, it feels like it's been a long time. There's a lot of content in this
There's
story.
a lot of content in that story.
That's not a complaint. Like that means that that means we've been playing 14 hours, which is probably more like 10 because there's a lot of pauses. And then
Still something.
Tuesday I was in a mood and I just yammered for half an hour, but whatever.
That's fine.
Coteries of New York is on sale on Steam right now.
Coteries of New York is what? Is that an update?
No, I think it's a similar type game.
I
think I'm not positive. I have to check it out.
Cool.
But it's related.
Then are you guys back next week with Growing Shadows?
We are. Yes.
Back to the kids from Danketsu. What represent?
So, wow. Why don't we just throw me off completely tonight? So next week will be the last episode of this season. Doesn't mean we're done with the story yet because we're not, but we're going to end the season before the holidays just to make sure that we don't interrupt anything holiday wise. On the 31st, we will be doing. John and I are going to do a game mastering tips and tricks. Come out for that. Ask some questions. We'd be happy to talk to you guys about that. Do all those things. I guess I should slide over to. Man, I really ought to clean off my desk. I'm terrible about all that. And then starting next year, we're going to take a short break. I think the plan is for 2 sessions, right, Roxy?
Yes. Yeah,
so we're going to take all of
January.
Okay, all of January off for.
Or something like
for the Masks of Nyarlathotep story. We will still be playing. We will be back for Bunkhouse B. What is it? Bunkhouse B Cold Wind?
Camp Cold Wind.
Camp Cold Wind. That's not ominous at all. So we'll be back for that. But we're going to take a short break, kind of give everybody a breather. Give the characters a time to ruminate, probably make new characters. I'm not going to lie, between now and then, I foresee some death.
I have my backup already.
I got mine ready.
I know you guys do. You guys are ready to die. Bring it on.
You know what? Claudius has made it, I think. Well, no, he hasn't made it longer than Jewel. We've done pretty good. I mean, Hardgrove and Lockhart are still here.
I haven't murdered anybody on a boat yet, which is perhaps
I've been
a failing
waiting.
of mine.
I've been waiting for things to happen on boats, and I feel like it's coming today.
when I ran this the first time,
I got my
one of the
flippies.
players said this game doesn't seem dangerous enough
Yeah.
in the New York chapter, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So I might have gotten a little mad. You guys have not said anything. You guys have been real paranoid, like real paranoid.
Super.
Well, that we enter every episode expecting to die.
Yeah, exactly. I foresee new characters coming. We'll see what that looks like exactly, but it should be fun. And then January, February ish, we'll be starting up Star Trek.
Yes.
That should be The Voyages of is the official title of that story or that game. We're still working on some scheduling stuff, but that'll be on Mondays. And it should be good. We have a crew of 9 and a rotating storyteller, so that'll be fun. Also, geez, don't forget this, Matt. That's what I was really reaching for. We've got the holiday games coming up on the 12th and the 19th. Those are both Saturdays from noon Central Standard Time until around 3. This will be a Savage Christmas, and we will have Jen from Penny for a Tale on, as well as Tentacle Greg, who's a big fan of ours, and we're a big fan of his. So we're glad that he's going to come out and play. And then my cousin John, who has been on several podcasts with me, but never really on a stream yet. And then my roommate and John's girlfriend, Justine, who has done neither, but she's crafty and fun. So we'll see how that goes. Should be a good time. That'll be a Fate system game, not Fate Accelerated, regular old Fate.
I'm about to throw the ad up for that because I didn't have it ready. So
no, that's cool. Yeah. So that'll be on the 12th and the 19th. So a Saturday from this week, a week from this Saturday.
That's the one.
The word talky parts are hard.
Mm-hmm.
Tentacles in chat for Tentacle Greg. He's been a great follower.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
We are a big fan of Tentacle
Greg.
That dude.
Yeah.
Dude, that guy.
That dude.
That buddy. Yeah, I really do like that creepy ho 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 in the background.
Yeah.
Ho, ho,
it's my favorite part.
So to just give you guys a little story heads up, what I should actually look this up so I remember what I wrote down for the group. But to tell you a little bit about what the story is going to be about, Santa, as he does every year, went to a random mall to listen to the children and their Christmas lists, but he's been kidnapped. 4 Christmas nasties, those will be the players, must track down Santa and rescue him, or they won't have a naughty list of children and will cease to exist. Will the nasties be able to rein in their Christmas terror enough to solve this crime? Track down Santa and rescue him.
Or sorry, that was me.
I was like, "Oh my God, what do I do?"
Nope, that's the other downfall of this setup. Everything on my computer comes through.
So the Christmas nasties will be Krampus, Frau Perchta, I believe that's how that's pronounced, Belsnickel, and Yolakotrin. Yep. Yes, thank you.
I know 2 of those 4 names.
Yeah, so Yolakotrin is a cat that an evil winter cat that chases down children and eats them for being bad. It's great. So these are going to be, terrible, scary monsters. All strangely from like the northern part of Europe. That's where a lot of the scary stuff for Christmas comes from. So this will be great. So come out for that on the 12th and the 19th. I think I hit all of our starting stuff. We got luck. We don't get sanity. I think we're set. What do you guys good? Oh, no, one last thing. Oh yeah, it's already on the screen. Hey, we're still raising money for Riley. So if you want to send us some money for that, just click on that link there in the chat. It'll take you right over to our Extra Life page, my Extra Life page, I guess I should say. And then if you donate money, you can get free stuff like luck for the group, or I'll run a game for you, I think is the other thing. I've forgotten what else over there, but there's good stuff over there. I have a goal of $500 and we're at like $140. So we still got some ways to go, and we're going to run that through the end of the year. I might even run it past the end of the year. Might just be a thing that we start up at the beginning of the year every year and run all year long, because helping the kids is good for the soul. And if you don't believe in souls, it's good for the heart feels. There you go.
That works.
So I think it's time for us to do that intro video. If Roxanne is ready, I caught her just as she was doing something.
Nope,
Sorry, Roxanne.
Good. I just have to hit one button. All right, we'll be back in 30.
All right, so we're back. You guys are in Shanghai. You've been talking with Jack Brady. Kind of the idea is it's Saturday, April. Does anybody have the date?
You know what?
It
We made a point of writing that down. Okay, it was. So yeah, it was Friday, April 17th when we left Singapore. So it was.
So it's like a day and a half to get there.
Right.
So yeah, it's Saturday the 18th. This is late Saturday the 18th, early Saturday,
because it was
Sunday
our
the 19th.
first day there that he showed up.
Yeah, because he snuck into your room. So
because we killed his friend on accident.
We didn't. No, don't word it that way. We did not kill his friend.
We led the bad guys there.
No, we didn't. No, we did not. No, that is never what was said. It was we asked. He put out a feeler for Jim Brady, and that is what brought the killers to him.
Yep, that is actually the case.
That is actually the case. We did
I totally
not...
took it that Brady killed him because he he let it slip.
Oh,
no. We did not lead anybody
I can't
there.
have people coming to me like that, and I can't trust him to do it anymore. So, bam.
I mean, we technically did it because he would have asked about Jack if we hadn't asked him.
That's not true. They were friends, and he said, "I know how to get in touch with them." So it's something that they've done before. It's just we're to the point in the story now where everything that links, because that's why he's been in hiding. So clearly, this is a hazard of the job. So no, we did not kill him. We happened to be there and be one of the last people to see him. But I think that's a hazard of being friends with Jim Brady.
Jack Brady.
Brady.
So the idea was that you guys were going to lay low on Sunday, and then on Monday you were going to go out to Gray Dragon Island and deal with whatever's out there. You have prepared yourselves for the idea that there are a lot of cultists out there, and it could be very dangerous. But you are also getting helped by a group whose name I am spacing on right this second. Well, that doesn't help. I can't read this. There we go. The second... Man. There's a name.
Was it a name you gave us?
Yeah. I'm looking for it. It's on here somewhere.
Let's see. Fergus is dead. He's the bartender that we were just
New China. New China. That's it. New China is a vigilante organization.
Oh, okay.
The group that Jack was working with.
I'll be right back. I'm missing a pin.
Okay. So yeah, the plan was to lay low for a couple of days and then head to the island. I believe that Claudius said that he was going to figure out a boat situation, but we can wait just a second for Roxy to come back. Not Jewel.
No.
That's not Jewel.
Yeah, while we're waiting for Roxy to come back, while we're laying low, I'm actually going to send a letter off to Erica.
How are you sending that letter?
I'm going to write it since we're sitting low. I was trying to look at the name. Who's the accountant for this office?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I can't find the name. I'm just going to leave it for them to send off. I'm not going to go out
For
and
this,
try to do it myself.
for this office.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
accountant dude, the Rumsfeld.
Yes,
Yeah.
Mr. Rumsfeld.
Right. So I'm going to write a letter for Erica, basically detailing that her brother's dead. Based on, I'm going to take Jack Brady's advice, and I'm just going to create the letter, and I'm going to leave it there for Rumsfeld to figure out on how it's going to get to New York.
Also, Jack said that you guys would have some people, but that numbers-wise, it might not be a bad idea. It would be better if there were more people. Can I get all of you to roll an intelligence roll?
That's a fail.
Cool.
I got an 18, which is a hard success. I don't know if that matters.
I've got an exceptional success.
To other players of this game, that is known as an extreme success. But when David plays,
It's always going to be because it's exceptional. When I do it, it's exceptional.
That's
John, did you get a success?
Hard success.
Okay, cool. So the three of you start talking about laying out little plans the next morning, because I'm going to say Jack leaves and you guys go back to bed because he showed up in the middle of the night. You guys start talking about it, and the idea occurs to the three of you that Hansel Schmidt, he's been hired, but he might know some other people in more of a mercenary kind of manner. Other people that are, expats from Germany or Austria even. Maybe some people that are just a little on the shady side here in Shanghai might be hireable to go with you.
okay.
And if that's something that you guys are willing or able to fund, then that might be something to consider. Aaron, what exactly is your letter going to say?
Basically, without actually detailing the exact words, Erica, this is Aaron Lockhart. I am sorry to say that we have found proof that your brother is indeed dead.
That is not the case. Is that what you're telling her?
No, I am telling her that he is dead.
Okay, but that is not the truth. You know that, right?
Yeah, no, I know that.
Okay,
but
perfect. Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Also, based on what Jack said, he's insane and in an asylum, and Erica's probably better off not knowing that.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. No, I'm fully aware that I'm lying to her, but I figure it's a mercy lie.
How are you telling her he died? I guess it's a good question.
That we did find evidence that he did die in the expedition with the rest of the party. We did find. I don't want to drop Jack's name. We did find a person that was a witness to it that did say that. I can't even remember his name. Sorry.
Roger Carlisle.
Roger did die as initially reported, and that the sightings of him were probably someone that looked like him, but we have the proof, and if she wishes it, I can make sure she gets a more detailed fib. Not that I'm going to say that to her, but...
Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure what the story was before,
Yeah, I mean, narratively, I just want to close that loose end. I don't like the fact that she's sitting there with hope.
Sure. Are you guys doing anything? What else do you want to do on that day?
Are we good for weapons? Do we need to get something heavier? I mean, I know personally I'm going to go in with the guns. I have nothing skills in rifles. I mean,
yeah.
Do you share with us that you're sending that letter?
Oh yeah, I mean, I wouldn't keep it secret. I mean, you guys probably would see me sit in the corner writing the letter.
Because I would make a suggestion on what to say to her, and it would be good to know so that I don't accidentally, say something to the contrary.
That's if we ever see her again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know that I'm letting Erica know that her brother's dead, even though we all know.
My suggestion would have been that he survived whatever happened to them during the expedition, but was injured, and that's why he was seen in places. But he did succumb to his injuries not long after, and is passed. But that's why he was seen.
All right. We can do that.
And just as long as we're all on the same page in case we ever happen to speak to her again.
Yeah.
What if she asked for a body?
Wherever he died at, they automatically cremate unknown people.
Well, it's also possible he's in a pauper's grave, which is impossible to really
Yeah.
find the body.
That's fine.
Paupers graves are a pretty easy cover for you guys.
Just don't be specific about where he was.
No.
She seems the type to come looking. I mean, she did go all the way to Egypt to or Kenya to identify bodies.
Yeah.
Good point.
She's not going to be put off by a. It's going to have to be a pretty solid lie. Especially if we don't come back.
Yeah.
How about we just tell her that he succumbed to his injuries in Zanzibar, because that's one of the places he was sighted, and that's far enough away from where he actually ended up being committed that it's a good.
That's fine. I mean, it's not something that I think we really have to worry about in terms of this game, but that would be my 2 cents. She seems like the sort to go looking for more answers.
Yeah, really. She sent us off to find it on a wild goose chase.
Okay. I had no idea where Zanzibar was. Zanzibar is actually right near Kenya. Like off the coast of Kenya. So just FYI.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else you guys are doing that day, or just sitting and relaxing and prepping?
I mean, I can talk to Hansel
Okay.
if that's something that we want to do.
Maybe do we have the money to finance a small mercenary force?
I mean, I would say yes, but that is also up to the GM's discretion regarding Claudius's finances.
I would say if Claudius is the one that's going to fund it, I'm going to have Claudius roll credit rating.
Credit rating? Okay.
Yeah.
Me. My credit rating is 65, and I rolled a 9. So
Oh,
that's
jeez.
an extreme success.
An exceptional success. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Because he's fancy.
there! I rolled a 7 on mine just because I wanted to.
So yeah, I would say you depending on what they're asking, you're probably going to be able to fund enough for a dozen, maybe 2 dozen men,
Okay.
as long as they're not asking anything crazy.
I feel like that's enough for this anyway.
Yeah, and it's going to be like
It'll be really obvious
hard.
if we like pull out of town with 100.
Well, so New China should be sending between 50 and 100 anyway.
Sure.
But they are, from the way that Jack talked about it, they're not what you would expect to be like hardened soldiers.
Okay.
They are people with good intentions and vigilantes, but not people that know how to handle combat. Whereas the men that you're going to hire are ex-soldiers and rough men.
Yeah.
So Jack's people are basically our meat shields, and Jack's men are going to give us a little more protection.
Sure.
I mean,
yeah.
Hans's men.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say we got 20.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
And then I needed to get a boat as well, right?
That was what you had said. Yeah.
Okay. Then I need to talk to probably Rumsfeld, and there was another guy I thought. Maybe that was the only
Rumsfeld
one.
and Schmidt were the two.
Those were the
So
two. Okay.
Hansel Schmidt there. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll talk to Rumsfeld, Danny Rumsfeld about.
Are you going to have him set up a boat, or are you going to get the information on how to get the boat?
Don't send him out to
You
his
know,
death.
I can probably get my own boat. What skill would that be? And I'll tell you if I can get my own boat. Education, intelligence.
It would probably just be a matter of him giving you an idea of who to hire a boat from and hiring the boat. It's not going to be a big deal. It's
Okay.
just a matter of, are you sending him out to do it for you, or
No,
are
I'll do
you
it
going to do it
myself.
yourself?
I'll do it
I
myself.
mean, are we far enough away that you don't have any boats available of your own?
I mean, I have a warehouse here. I don't. And we are a shipping company. I mean, we probably do have boats, but it would just. I would probably be kind of a luck roll to see if one of my boats specifically was not being used.
It wouldn't just be a luck roll. It would be the concept that you're going to be asking for one of your ships to go out there and potentially put all of your employees in harm's way.
Right. It attaches the name of Thompson and Yarrow to
yeah.
this.
So if you want to do it, I'm not going to be upset about it or dissuade you any more than I already have.
Sure.
But it does come with consequences.
I'll probably just hire a boat. It's going to have to be fairly sizable if we're going to put 150 people on it.
Well, I thought, wasn't New China going to get there on their own, or are we shipping them too?
No, you're shipping them too.
We are an assault force, and we are all going at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to be like a sloop. We're going to have to, or a shrimp boat. It's going to be a little bigger than those.
Hey, those shrimp bolt holds can hold a lot of things.
They can hold a lot of shrimp, but I don't know about 150 mercenary sorts.
Well, I mean, these aren't jewel-sized people.
There's
so
that, but
they're not that sturdy.
Well, that's too bad.
No, so yeah, you guys, you can if you go out to hire are you making calls or are you leaving the warehouse? I don't want to assume how you're going to go get this boat and then spring a trap upon you.
Sure.
I want you to tell me how you're going to go get the boat,
and then
I don't feel bad.
I'm going to go ahead and leave.
Okay. Are you going by yourself?
Yeah, it's probably a no, but depending on what everybody else is doing, I would take Hans with me if everybody else was busy. Hansel.
Is anyone else going with her?
I'll go with him.
Sorry.
That's all right. Believe me, my Growing Shadows character gets called a her all the time, too. Constantly.
Let me get some dice out. Hold on.
Okay. So is it just Dalphus and I?
Yeah. You also do know about Hofong Imports, which is close by, if you wanted to look into that, but I don't know if you guys want to do that or not.
I thought we decided not to.
I was going to say, I think we pretty much last session decided that was a suicide mission.
It sounds like going to get a boat is also going to be a suicide mission. So.
Yeah, sounds great to me. So anyone that's going, I need you to roll luck.
I rolled a 15 under 86.
Okay.
I rolled a 37 under 77.
I got a success.
Oh, are you with us too?
I thought Matt just called for everybody to roll luck.
Anybody that's going with her, if you're going
okay.
or going with him, if you're all going, that's perfectly fine.
No, I wasn't going.
I didn't think so. I thought it was just Dalphus and I thought we'd confirm that.
Cool. Sorry, I'm going to pull up a couple of things really quick so that I have a sheet for this dude I made up and totally does not have a sheet at all.
That's fine.
Luck, of course, is not on here. Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, yeah, he did not make that. So the rest of you all succeeded, correct?
Yes.
All right, then I'm going to have you all roll stealth.
This is the one I'm not good at. Do I spend 20 points?
Ooh, I am 1 point under. So
hold on. You want to reroll for that, Roxy?
Sure.
Spend those channel points.
That's it was cocked, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's better. That's a success.
Okay.
I know the channel points are coming. There we go.
Yeah. Sorry, typing slow.
No, that's all right. I wish we could just create buttons.
Yeah. Actually, I bet we could if we really wanted to put the time and effort into it.
There's probably an add-on. There's a lot of Twitch add-ons that scare me, just from I don't know what I'm looking at standpoint.
Yeah, no, I absolutely understand that. So you guys head down a few buildings the opposite direction of Hofong Imports, because that would be dumb, towards the docks. You find a captain who is filling out some paperwork. He has a medium-sized ship. It's going to be a little tight for all the whole group to get on there. Essentially 125 people. But it will work. Oh, thanks for the subscribe, Aaron.
You're welcome.
It will definitely work and will get you out there. The price he's asking is not out of the question, although he does tack on, when you talk to him, it's very clear that there is danger involved and no questions asked kind of thing. Sure. He does tack on some cost for that, but for what will essentially be a 2 hours out, 2 hours back, plus maybe an hour there, he's more than willing to pay that, or he's more than willing to be reasonable about that. So
it's just it's a little on the small side, but it should be
a little on the small side. The majority of people will fit in the hold. The rest of you will be on the deck, and they'll be a little crowded. It won't be the end of the world. Okay. He does warn you that so if you want to dock at the island, he can definitely do that. There's a place to dock on the island. He's aware of it. He has not been there. He's gone past it. But if you want to dock on the island, that does require you to go to a specific area that would essentially you'd be funneling your way down a dock, a decently long dock.
Okay. And we'd be completely open.
Yeah, you'd be pretty open, although it's a lot of beach, and then the dock does end on what is essentially solid ground.
Okay.
But that immediately populates with palm trees, and they're pretty thick.
Okay.
It's about... Wow, that is a pretty long dock. Most of it is over the sand, though. That's why it's over the beach. They built the dock out over the beach. I'd say it's like... yeah, hold on. Math is hard, and I'm not doing it well.
How long until our people from New China get here?
New China? They will be available on Monday. What Jack
so we have
guaranteed.
A few days.
Yeah, well, it is Sunday, so it'll be tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
It's probably 700 feet the length of the dock, so not terribly long, but still, it's a length.
Right. All right. Well, we'll do our best. I should have asked Brady if he knew any magic people.
As you guys are headed back to the docks, I need anyone that's there to give me spot hidden.
That's a success.
31 is normal success.
So the two of you notice that on the way out there weren't any really big problems, but on the way back you see a couple of dock workers that are clearly Chinese take notice of you, and one of them kind of inclines his head towards you and then talks to the other, and the second one kind of turns to head in a certain direction, like away from you and away from the direction you're going. Yeah, listen, my phrasing is terrible. I don't care.
I'm sorry.
You get what I'm saying.
What did you say?
So one of the dock workers
Mm-hmm.
that is obviously Chinese turns to another, or inclines his head towards you, speaks to another dock worker, and that one leaves, going in a direction away from you and away from where you're headed, kind of perpendicular.
Sure. I'm going to approach the dock worker that inclined his head at me.
As you walk that direction, he suddenly becomes busy going away from you. Like, it's clear you're approaching him, and he finds a reason to walk away.
Dalphus, do we follow and perhaps get ambushed, or do we cut our losses and figure we've been spotted?
I think it's safe to say we've been spotted. And I don't know that following after him is a good idea at this point. We might just want to step up and go.
GM, when you say that he inclined his head at me, my version of that in my brain is that he kind of nods at me, like acknowledges me.
He more chins out at you, pointing you out to the other guy without his
okay.
hand.
That's what I needed clarification on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, then I say we take a non-direct route and avoid that direction.
Yep.
Okay. Give me a navigate.
Is there a phone anywhere around here?
You'd have to find an office to find a phone.
Okay. I'm not
don't have much in navigate.
I don't either, and that was a fail.
Well, luckily enough, I did pass.
There we go.
Awesome.
I rolled an 8 under 12, so that couldn't have been much better.
Schmidt is of little use other than he keeps telling you he does help guide you closer when he notices something.
Oh yeah, he's with us, isn't he?
Yeah, but you turn down an alley this way and an alley that way, and he does seem to get a little confused himself. But eventually you do find your way back after probably it was a 10-minute walk down. It's probably a half an hour back.
No, that's all right.
Even moving a little fast, like the ways that you guys took back was not in a straight line at all.
I guess these streets are close enough to like they are in Cairo that I could figure my way around.
I guess so.
Yeah.
No, I had forgotten he was with us. The whole reason I asked for a phone is if I could call him to have us meet somewhere.
Yeah, no. He is with you, and is just kind of taking your lead on whatever.
Sounds good.
Let me mark that skip.
You get back to the warehouse, head inside almost immediately. He kind of shuts and bolts the door as soon as you get in, and then heads for a couple of the guards standing around and quietly says something to them, and they go and double check doors and windows, including the big like loading and unloading doors, to make sure that they're locked and secured.
Nice work, Hansel.
I don't know what that was, but it was something. I know you guys said that you had had some trouble, and I don't know what it is, but I think we're as safe as we're going to be here, unless something else comes up.
Agreed.
What happened?
Someone seemed to have tagged us at the dock. We got a boat though, but yeah, somebody afterwards, one of the workers, and another worker seemed to clock us, and so we took a meandering route back to the warehouse. But it was didn't seem like a friendly gesture.
Were you guys followed?
As far as I know, we were not.
Hans, do you guys have a roof access up here? Like a way to get on the roof?
Yeah, there's a ladder. I can take you up to it.
You have any binoculars handy?
No.
All right, I'm gonna go.
I got some here.
You got
I was
some?
gonna say, I thought somebody had binoculars.
He's like, Dalphus, do you mind if I borrow them? I'm gonna go make sure that no one's coming up on us.
Yeah, here you go.
So I'm gonna take the binoculars. I'm gonna head up to the roof access.
In fact, I'll come up there with you, and I'll use the scope of my rifle. I don't have a scope. Never mind.
You two go up on the roof. Hansel goes up there with you. It's clear that the roof is used sometimes for smoking, and to get the air. There's a couple of chairs up there, not in very good repair at all, and like a small outdoor table, and a little bit of trash just placed about, like stuff like beer bottles and stuff that haven't been picked up.
Is it completely flat, or is there a little bit of like an edge that we can kind of cover behind?
There is a little bit of an edge, so you're essentially on like gravel on top of the roof, and then you can move up. The edge, though, is only maybe a foot up off the ground, so you'd have to be pretty low to really hide down behind it. But you're also like 2 floors up, so the warehouse itself is 2 stories.
All right, I'm just gonna take a quick look and see if I can see.
Can I get stealth from the 2 of you?
Yeah. That is a regular success on stealth.
Cool.
Yeah, regular.
Okay. So you guys edge over to the side and kind of take a look down at the main road and at some of the alleyways. The alleyways, or the road, looks like normal traffic. But the alleyways, you notice like groups of 5 men moving together. All of them look to be Chinese. And you see several of them down multiple, like different alleys. And they seem to be like looking at inside the warehouses, checking doors to see if they're locked, speaking quietly to one another and pointing at things. They're clearly searching for something. They have not made it to the warehouse you're in yet,
right?
But they are searching the area. And when they find a locked door, they just move on. They haven't attempted to get into anywhere.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
I'm gonna kind of nudge Han and point down the different alleyways. And I was like, I'm not really experienced in this area, but I'm assuming that's not normal.
Yeah, no, it's not.
I will be keeping track of them.
Hansel curses under his breath in German.
Ooh, I speak German. I want to see if I heard his word. Ooh, I got an extreme success on that.
There you go. And then he immediately heads back for the ladder.
I'm going to point out to Dalphus as like, look, it looks like if they find a locked door, they keep heading on. Let's head downstairs and make sure everything's locked. I know they checked, but let's just do a quick pass around.
Okay, I'm going to keep an eye on them while you go have everybody else make sure everything's locked.
Perfect. I'm going to head down the stairs and tell Jimmy and Claudius that, hey, we've got some groups of people.
As you're coming down the ladder, Hansel is already at the edge of the stairs going down to the main. And you hear him call out, not super loud, but everybody needs to get upstairs. We're on lockdown.
Okay.
Please get away from the windows. And let's get ourselves out of any sight from outside.
Then I will relay the news to Claudius and
sure.
Jimmy.
Well, and he is specifically talking to his men. He does not address anybody like Jimmy or Claudius.
Yep. I'm going to get them upstairs and let them know what's going on. So it appears that your little friend that you met on the dock, it might be coincidence, but apparently they got everybody out in force, and we've got groups of men coming down the alleyways checking all the buildings along here. If they find a locked door, they move on, so we may be safe as long as we stay out of sight.
Interesting.
This new China group or whatever, they're not supposed to meet us like this, are they?
No, I don't believe so.
What I wouldn't give for a modern sniper rifle with a silencer.
I don't think they would be randomly checking doors. I'm sure they have instructions on where to meet us.
Yeah, and I think Jack would have given us a heads up before he sent them over here, knowing how twitchy we are.
Maybe. Depends on how twitchy he was.
And he seemed pretty twitchy.
So the next couple of hours pass without much of an issue. Things are pretty quiet, other than the groups are still moving around. They slowly become fewer and fewer in number. About the time that the sun starts to set, though, it becomes much harder to see them. They've quit checking doors and windows. I assume, Dalphus, you stayed up on top for the whole time, right?
Yes.
They quit checking doors and doors, but they are still walking and looking. Dalphus, I need you to give me a spot hidden.
I'm going to spend 2 points of luck.
Okay.
And that'll give me a success.
Can I get you to roll a stealth for me as well?
Okay. And that is a 17, so that is almost a hard success. I can make it a hard success if I need to.
No,
If it's worth
you
it.
don't.
Okay.
You don't need to.
Spend my 2 points of luck that I just got from the beginning of the game.
Sorry. I'm looking for Jack's stats. Hold on. That's what I was looking for. I don't think he's in here though. Nope. Cool.
Jack's stats are stacked.
So you do notice Jack right at like sunset coming down an alleyway. He is clearly working to hide himself from other people, like from the patrols, but he has them almost like timed in where they sit and where they pass through areas. And he's clearly coming towards the warehouse, but when he gets close enough, when he gets about a block away, he starts to come out of the alley he's in and almost runs into a group before he pulls himself back. He lets them pass, and then he kind of peeks out to check again, and he shakes his head like in what seems to be frustration, and then starts to back up away from that direction. Do you want to try and signal him?
Yes, I will. See if I can figure out if I've got something. I mean, he doesn't have a line of sight to me, right? So
he could if you stood up a little bit or you did something to give him a line of sight.
if there's like a loose piece of gravel or something up here, I could use to try to get his attention so that he would look.
I
at
would
me
assume that you, as a man in the 1920s, would have a hanky, and that flash of white on a bunch of gray buildings might be enough to catch his eye.
Okay.
So you roll that, or you flash that. Oh, good. He actually, yeah. He stops for a second and then looks around. He pulls a book out from inside of his jacket and taps it, and then points at you.
Book. Okay. Can I see the book?
You are too far away. With the binoculars, even, it's hard to read, other than it is clearly in what you have to guess is Mandarin or Cantonese. I don't know if you speak either.
The little bit that Claudius was able to teach on the way here. So like,
Yeah, so you're not positive. But it is definitely not in a Western language that you're familiar with.
so what do I gather he is trying to tell me?
He has a book and he wants to give it to you.
Okay.
Like the reason for him to coming here was probably to give you this book and give you more information.
All right. So can I look for like a clear path for him to get around, or?
Give me an intelligence roll.
Sure. That would be a hard success.
Okay. You after maybe 10 minutes, the two of you motioning back and forth to each other gets him to the door to get in to the into the warehouse, but it is locked, and you're going to have to book it to get down there in enough time to open it for him to not be seen.
All right.
So what I would need you to roll first is dexterity.
Okay.
Do you want Brady's stats, Matt?
Oh, where are they in the 7th edition?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you can send those to me.
Okay, I rolled a 9 for dexterity, so that gives me an
Fantastic.
extreme success.
Give me a stealth.
I will have to spend for that. Let's see, that's going to take 3 points. 3 points of luck, and that gives me a success.
Okay. Yeah. So you get across the ground. That's a good point, Shawn. I'm sure that Dalphus has at some point picked up a new hanky. Or like a white pocket square. He is a professor, so like he generally probably has nicer clothes.
That's true.
But also, yeah, I don't know how white, like, because you guys were in Egypt for a while, and that's just dirt.
We've been on the road for a long time.
Yeah.
Probably have a couple of hankies. Yeah.
So you get across the roof and to the ladder. I
Got
need
that
you to give
hanky
me a Constitution check.
Constitution.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, it's not bad. Yeah, all right, that's good.
You drop down the ladder, head down, like fly down the stairs, get to the door, and unlock it. And he pops in just as you shut it and lock it again. And then the two of you kind of like stand up against the wall and give it a couple of minutes. Meanwhile, the other three of you watched as the professor came flying down, opened the door, shut it really quick, and Jack is there. I do need luck from you, Professor.
Getting too old for this shit.
That's kind of disappointing. I thought Jack was more handsome. His appearance is 40.
Where did you... Oh, there it is.
What am I rolling, Matt?
Luck.
I need a reroll.
Okay, I'll send it.
I rolled a 94, and that's not going to cut it.
There you go.
These are different stats.
Okay, that's better. That's a 12.
This book is so pretty, Matt. You're gonna be so mad you didn't run this one.
Yeah, I wish I had thought to get it ahead of time.
I wish we'd have went ahead and bought it. We put off buying it, and I wish we'd have just done it for the show because there's so much. Like, I have an entire book. I'm getting ready to drop the picture for Jack Brady, which actually he doesn't look unlike Aaron Lockhart. The art is quite similar.
What book is it?
It's the 7th edition Masks of Nyarlathotep book. It's like
there's a whole book of just NPC portraits.
Yeah, there's it's a 2-book and then some other stuff box set kind of deal.
Yeah, it's like
$130, but it's all hardback, like lots of stuff in it.
Yeah, the handouts are loose leaf, but the PDFs, are like full books that you could take and get printed if you wanted. As far as the NPC book and the handouts book.
Oh, dude, this guy is a monster in combat.
Who, Brady?
Yeah.
Are you gonna if you have
see his dodge?
I didn't look at anything. If you have access to the PDFs, and I think I sent them to you once, I can get them to you again. But it's got all the new China people too.
I don't know. He looks pretty good.
Yeah, but stat-wise, his appearance is 40, though.
It just means that I think it's because he's probably a little off-putting. Because appearance can also mean how you make people feel.
Yeah, when you have a brawl of 90,
people are going to be a little intimidated.
You've got an aura of menace about you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you've got broken nose.
Yeah. He's
cauliflower ears.
He's old.
Also, his intimidation is a 70, so like.
Yeah, he's a tough cookie.
I like that I had no stats for him and just assumed he'd be a stealthy murder machine, and now you sent me his stats and he's a stealthy murder machine.
Yeah. I mean, if he stayed hidden as long as he has, but no, there's a whole list of. Thankfully,
they've
there's
got the pulp stuff in here too. That's good.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you want. Oh yeah, I didn't even notice. I probably gave you a bunch of pulp stuff, but there's there's like in the index, you can just look up Jack Brady, and there's like 100 page numbers for where he
Nice.
comes up in the book. So
Nice. Yeah. So you get in, you guys wait a couple of minutes, and then Jack seems to be listening, and then just kind of motions for you to come back, like to go ahead and go. And he immediately goes to the stairs and heads up. You follow him, I assume?
Yeah, we go back up.
Cool.
yeah, I think I'm gonna run this privately, off air.
Oh, I
just
want to play so
It
bad.
looks like fun, and I don't think you would know all this crap.
No, because it's changed enough. Honestly,
There's so many
part of the
people in
reason
here.
part of the reason I didn't pick it up in the Australia chapter, not just because there was so much other stuff that attached, is because it changed the story from what I had already read, and I knew I was going to get confused. And it wasn't in a bad way. It was more like, these two indescript cultist guys that work at this place. No, we have statted them out. They have background stories, and they have concepts and ideals based in that. And I was like, I'm going to get confused. And I studied this underground city for forever, and I know what to expect to tell you guys with the meanies. And yeah. Also, flying polyps, no matter what edition, are bad, but also 7th edition, they're really scary.
Yeah.
So, so you guys get David, I'm sorry, Dalphus, you follow him upstairs.
Yep.
Okay. You get upstairs, and he hands the book to you, Dalphus, and he says, this is something that I've had for a little bit. I wanted to tell you that my friends in the New China group will be available tomorrow, bright and early. I think we should leave as early as possible. Obviously, your presence here is known, so that could be a concern.
Holy
What?
I shouldn't have scrolled. They have a picture of Hypatia Masters, and it's I think it's a late in life picture of Hypatia Masters, and it startled me. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. He says this is the 7 cryptic books of Hassan. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but
I flipped through the book some. It's all in Chinese.
It is all specifically in Mandarin. That there are at least 3 different languages that we as Americans call Chinese. This one looks to be Mandarin. Claudius, you speak Mandarin?
I do some, yes.
Your language skill?
I would call Claudius and be like, hey.
I'm only at a 23 for it.
You speak it well enough to communicate.
Right. I don't know if I can read it. Yeah.
Reading, you can pick out words here and there, but you're not going to be able to read the majority of this.
Yeah, I rolled 100 when I rolled my language skill, so I
You were holding the book upside down. That's the problem.
So,
yeah.
This book,
it reads top to bottom, right? Not.
And it reads right to left, right?
my friend Mu Hisian. There we go. Sorry. This was a book he had before he was found by the cult. It talks about that thing that was on the pyramid in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
It talks about how to make one of those, is what he told me when I told him about what I'd been through.
Oh.
And I believe that if we can place one of those back on the pyramid, it would be good, but also placing one of those anywhere else that might be attached to this would also be helpful.
Well,
I just want to make sure that no matter what happens tomorrow, this is in the hands of someone who can make sure it gets back to where it needs to be.
So he's saying something returned to the pyramids in Egypt?
Yeah, so you remember there was a capstone
tablets,
on
the capstones. He wants us to replace them.
This tells you how to make. So what you know about the capstone is that it was some sort of seal that protected things.
Right.
This is going to tell you how to make those seals. That one just happened to be in the form of a capstone.
Okay.
Okay, unfortunately, we can't read it.
Well, we can perhaps find somebody who can.
Don't worry, when I murder off half of your party, you can always make a character that can read
Yeah,
standard.
pretty much.
But so he also said that we could place it at any of these sites that could be part of this as well. That might come in handy.
Yeah. So not necessarily only in Egypt.
Right. But just think how happy the Egyptians' authorities would be if we actually replaced the capstone.
Maybe we can get one of the new Chinese gentlemen to help us translate.
Well, we may not have time for that before we assault
Yeah,
that
I'm
island.
not saying that. I'm saying
No. Yeah. If they survive, yeah.
if we live through assaulting the island, perhaps perhaps they can help us.
Yeah, I agree.
So Jack says, unless there's a reason that I can't, I would like to stay here tonight. I think it would be safer, maybe.
Sure.
Of course.
And then I will head out with you tomorrow.
Sounds great.
So
You're welcome to stay here as long as you need.
So since you just came here recently, Jack, how far out do the patrols go? Are they relatively close in, or are they doing this whole area?
Anywhere near the docks, I was started running into the cultists. There were a few that I had to take care of relatively quickly. But after that, I realized that it was just going to bog me down if I had to keep going through all this.
For sure.
Yeah. Is there anything else you guys want to do in the evening before we just kind of skip forward to the beginning?
I don't think there's anything else.
Anybody got any spells they want to prepare?
I know no magic. Brady, do you know any magic?
No.
You know, this would be a good time for that bronze plate that Bobby had that created fog.
Yeah, I'm learning that Mr. Blackwood would be quite useful in a number of ways.
No, he was handy with a shotgun too.
Truth.
So I guess as we get ready to go to sleep, as it gets late, I could try a little bit of that dreaming thing.
Oh.
Okay. What's your intention with the dreaming?
So we had mentioned that possibly attacking someone that might be asleep would be useful, right? So is there a good target for where we're going tomorrow? Someone like that we expect to be there, that would be in charge, that Mike can take out before we get there?
Who owns? Penhew, doesn't he own the boat? Wasn't he sighted on the boat?
He was sighted on a yacht, right?
Right, the yacht that's been going back and forth to this island.
The Darkness something.
The Dark Mistress.
The Dark Mistress. Yes, he was.
You could try and target Penhew. I mean, that's the only one that we know that. I mean, I don't know how the dreaming works, but I don't think you can just go to sleep without like a target in mind.
What kind of intel do we have? Do we know like his like big muscle, somebody in charge of his troops or something like that?
We don't. You don't know much anything other than he is on that island.
We know what he looks like. That's about it.
And
is that enough?
Dalphus,
Can you focus on
before you do this, I mean, this is the first time you're trying it. You're going to go up against Penhew. I mean, we already know that he's been changed by all of this. That might not be the best idea.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't really trying to go after Penhew himself. I was looking to see if I could take out some of his muscle.
I mean, you can try a lot of different things, but having a name is going to be a whole lot easier than just not having one.
Right.
If you knew where they were at, then that would probably be easier. But yeah, without knowing that would make it hard.
Could you try dreaming and scouting the island? That might give us some advantage tomorrow.
Does it work that way? Matt, does it work
I
that
don't
way
know.
at all?
We can find out.
Okay. Sure.
Your knowledge is not enough that you. Well, I guess you could roll dream lore. I gave you dream lore too, didn't I? It's crap.
I don't know.
Should have written it
Thought
down.
it
Should be on
did.
the far right hand side in that last column.
I'm looking for it.
I'm just gonna keep
Wherever
sending,
you wrote down dreaming should be right there with it.
I'm just gonna keep sending
Yeah.
you guys pictures of people.
Dude, you're right. That one picture, I was not expecting that.
All I see is just dreaming. So if you were supposed to give me dream lore, if you dig it, I
What's
didn't put it
what's your stat in dreaming?
in. 9.
Yeah. So no, I know why you don't have dream lore. That's fine. Never mind.
Okay.
You don't need
I'm like,
dream lore.
maybe-
Don't worry about that.
Maybe I should just practice this a little bit, like
Yeah.
one of you guys or something.
I mean, you can.
That might
That's-
be fine.
So what are you going to do that night when you go try and dream? Like, what's your intent?
Well, which one of you guys would let me practice this on you and invade your dream thoughts?
Oh,
out.
go ahead. You will enjoy what you find. Quite sure.
Oh. Okay. So Claudius is who you're going with?
All right. Claudius, just have a cup of tea and relax, and then drift off to sleep for me, and I'll see what I can discern.
Have at it.
Okay. So, David, first thing that we're going to have you do is roll dreaming. And when you fail this, then we'll go from there, because 9% is
I don't know.
pretty
David,
rough.
David pulls some crazy ones out of nowhere.
I've been rolling pretty good. Am I able to use luck on it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Do you need a reroll?
I can have a success with 8 points of luck.
Yeah, you should do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
just use luck. So reroll will probably be worse.
So what happens as you have to wait until Claudius is clearly asleep. And as Claudius starts to doze off, or as Claudius has fallen asleep, you feel yourself go into almost like a meditative state, and you feel your consciousness leave your body. And it is very disorienting, which is why you're going to roll sanity.
Okay.
And then
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Roxanne has completely fallen asleep.
I'm in character.
Completely
Leave me alone.
bored her.
Leave me alone. I'm in character.
Did you make your sanity, or did you fail?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Fine.
Okay. No, well, I wouldn't say that. You lose one.
Okay.
Claudius. What does a dream for Claudius look like?
We will say that you find yourself in a lovely seaside manse in Ibiza. And it's a lovely summer day. And you see two like sun chairs with cocktails on a table between them. And in one chair is Claudius sporting a nice time period appropriate pair of swim trunks, and across from him
He's in a
is
Speedo.
it's not. I don't think those were appropriate in the 20s. I'm pretty sure they were like striped down to the knees kind of things. And then across from him is a deeply tanned Spanish man with a nicely trimmed beard and a gold watch, and also swim trunks.
So from what I'm seeing, you wouldn't be wearing trunks so much as like a weird romper style swimsuit.
Did they not even have the trunks then? They didn't have they all had the arm or the shoulder straps.
I'm looking.
You're not. I mean, you're not going European here.
No, these are European styles. Otherwise,
I mean,
it
in
would
the
just
20s,
be
yeah.
pants or a swimming dress.
I mean, this isn't a private establishment, so I'm going to say we have trunks on.
Sure,
so,
that'd be great.
So 1920s, you would have the trunk style I'm seeing for European and like a tank top.
Yeah.
I don't think we're in tank tops. Yeah.
Okay.
And go ahead.
I need both of you to roll luck, but you have to get under half of it.
Okay. Well, let me do math in my brain. Let's see.
Oh yeah, that's a thing. That's what I meant by a romper.
Oh, okay.
Half
Well,
of
there's also the longer ones
Okay.
too.
I got mine.
I did not
Okay.
get mine.
Fantastic. So you see this, and you get the idea that you have the ability to change it. The area you're in is malleable.
Okay.
How do you want to express that on this?
Okay. I will turn this Spanish gentleman into Jewel and make it snow.
Okay. Jewel in appropriate clothing?
Yes.
Okay. So I need
dare
I need
you to put naked Jewel
to,
in this.
I need you to roll
Sorry.
POW, and I need Claudius to roll POW as well.
Okay.
And this is a contested roll. No luck can be rolled.
That-
I have
Or
a
can be-
hard success.
There you go.
I failed it by 20 points.
Okay, fantastic. So Claudius, your dream is nice. You're sipping what I assume is some sort of mint julep at your beach.
I don't know if they have mint juleps in Ibiza, Spain, but
Sure, but you look over to your
wine spritzer.
your companion, and you realize that it is Jewel. And then you feel the snow hit your skin. It hasn't necessarily gotten cold, but it is no longer warm.
It is no longer a nice, sunny summer day.
And as you kind of look around, you see Claudius, or you are Claudius. You see Dalphus standing there in what I assume is Dalphus's vision of his true self, which is just this like, it's either archaeological gear or just like full on professor gear.
Yeah, so do I have
Archaeological gear.
do I have Indiana Jones ahead of me? Is that what I'm looking at?
Yeah, it would look like it would look like him as Indiana Jones, basically.
Well, I stand up and I grab my swimming robe. It's not very thick and it won't keep me from the cold too much. Be like, Jewel did say you have a bit of a thing with heteronormative relationships, so well, you're lucky. I love her as well.
Actually, I do need a sanity check from you because while Dream You has no problem with this because dreams are weird, your mind
It's having
waking
an issue
you
with
will realize that your mind has been violated. In some way.
I got a 19 under 70.
Cool. You'll lose one.
Okay.
It's still uncomfortable in that way that this should not happen.
I don't like the snow here, Dalphus.
Am I able to communicate in the dream?
Oh, absolutely. It's
Okay.
you as far as you're concerned are there.
Okay. I passed him a flask and said, I just wanted to see what I could change to make you notice.
I need the both of you to roll listen checks.
Okay.
Wow, Dr. David Dodge does not, or Professor David Dodge does not look like the goon I thought he would.
Nope. Yep. He's like a handsome young guy.
But Edward Gavigan looks as intimidating as I expected.
I
I
failed
rolled
my
a
listen
29. I
roll.
don't know. I forgot what you said I was rolling.
Listen.
Listen. Okay. Listen.
I did not make it.
Hey, listen. Oh, okay. Okay. Now listen.
So the ocean itself was just kind of light waves. You notice that it has picked up into heavy, large waves. And I mean like Point Break kind of surfing waves. And as it starts to crash, that sound is kind of washing over both of you. And luckily, Dalphus, you can still hear things beyond that as you hear what sounds like the low blow of almost like a trammer or a tram, an ocean boat
Liner?
horn. Thank you.
Ocean liner?
Yeah, you hear an ocean liner horn, just like but it's super low below the waves, and that's when you both start to see figures coming out of the water,
Well,
and these Humanoids
Are they
have
fish people?
slightly longer arms than they should. Their thumbs come down to right about where their knees are. Their heads are larger than a human and have this fish / frog-like quality to them, and the mouths go all the way up to their ears, or where their ears would be if they had any, because they don't. And then they have these large, bulbous, glassy eyes. And their hands end in these long claws that look like butcher knives on hands. That's how long and sharp they look. And they just start coming towards you.
Okay, I'm not doing that, so I think it might be time for me to leave and for you to wake up.
Maybe you need to wake me up. This is not at all how Ibiza is in the summer. You have kind of ruined this for me. I don't know if I'll be able to dream this again without having these.
Well, I sincerely apologize. I would not want to ruin someone's good dreams, and this does not look like a fun time, so...
I need you
Wake
to
me
roll
up.
POW if you want to leave the dream, Dalphus.
Okay. Do I need to try to end something before leaving it, or...
Nope, you're going to need to roll POW.
All right, 21 is a hard success.
That's an extreme success.
Okay,
As you
I
try
can
to
spend luck.
leave,
I can spend
Nope,
luck.
it's a contested
okay.
roll. You can't spend luck on those.
Okay, gotcha.
As you try to leave, you feel less ethereal and more real all of a sudden, almost anchored in the stream.
Why are you still standing here? Give
I
me
assume-
something to fight with if you're going to stand there.
I assume the house is far enough, is maybe a couple 100 feet from the water.
Yeah, we
like
were
there's
down on the beach, yeah.
So those creatures that were coming up the beach, there's probably 5 of them, are suddenly coming up the stairs. They just shifted to that position very rapidly.
Can I manifest other things under the dream now?
You can roll dreaming. But while you go to roll dreaming, you hear a low, uncomfortable laugh, almost like a chortle. Stuff. My realm.
Okay.
God.
Can I try to leave again?
You can roll that POW.
Ooh, I rolled a 3.
Good. You so you kind of realize you can pull yourself back. However, the mind that you're pushing against is more skilled and seems to be stronger than yours and doesn't seem to operate in the same manner as yours does. Which you realize as you're slipping away, it's because there's no sanity left. This is the mind of someone that sees further possibilities than you could because you only see the sane world. And they see the insane world. So I need you to roll a sanity check.
There's some mighty cool stuff in this little booklet
All
I'm
right.
looking at.
I have succeeded. I lose.
You'll lose 2 more.
2 more. Okay.
And that feels like something just like a rock scraping across your mind. Claudius, you watch the professor just kind of fade, and then you know how in Discovery how the ship like drops when it does its spore drive thing.
Yep.
It's almost like he does that. Like he just doesn't disappear, but he just like flops into the ground and he's gone. You're still there.
You better wake me up, goddammit.
Would you do me a favor and roll POW for me?
That is an extreme success. That's a 10 under 70.
Fantastic. So, growing up for Claudius, was he more of a, when he read stories as a child, was he more of a taught about knights and chivalry or more about the Wild West?
Technically neither, but we'll say his was more fire and brimstone. But
oh no, that's perfect.
Yeah.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, his
you
dad-
find yourself
dad was a
standing
preacher.
there holding a flaming sword and a shield with the sign of the Templar on it, and this armor that you in that religious thought process is the armor of God just over top of you. And as these creatures come forward, they seem uncomfortable with that idea. They seem to slow and almost stop.
Well, in the name of Jesus Christ, I command you to stop. And I wave my sword a little bit.
One of them flickers for a moment, and then is suddenly no longer this 7.5-foot tall hulking monstrosity, and is just this 55-year-old man standing there in a nice suit with a proper bowler hat on, and he says, "No, I will take your power from you. I need you to roll POW again." Ooh.
So if I get out of that, am I able to try to wake him up?
Eventually.
That's a hard success for me.
I got a critical.
Oh, okay.
So you feel the armor ripped from your body. You're going to take 4 points of magic point damage.
Okay.
The sword in your hand extinguishes itself. You're still holding the sword, but the shield, the straps unbuckle from your arm, and it kind of sags.
Okay.
And it's at that point you feel the first hand kind of grab at you. You swing, you hit it, you knock the creature back. Another one grabs at you, and then another one, and you wake up. So Dalphus, as you came back into the waking realm, you could see Claudius kind of twitching in his sleep, and you move over to wake him quickly, and he doesn't swing at you, but swings as he wakes up, just in this frantic manner. And you could see the fear in his eyes. And Claudius, I need you to make a sanity check.
I got a 99.
Oh, yeah, you're going to lose a D8.
Okay.
As you realize that your dreams may not actually be safe anymore.
All right. It is done.
And you, Claudius, what do you sleep in normally? Just like 1920s pajamas?
I don't even know if we really sleep in pajamas. I feel like we're constantly going, so he probably just, I don't know, he might have some pajamas, but I think it's like shirt sleeves and a...
Okay. So your shirt up by a shoulder where you felt yourself grabbed, the shirt itself has been ripped.
God damn it.
You're not hurt, but the shirt has been ripped.
Okay, Dalphus, next time you practice this on somebody else.
Agreed. Somebody I don't like.
It is, looking at the clock,
I appreciate that. That was a compliment.
It's 2 hours after you guys, Dalphus, after you've started in on this. You're going to lose a magic point from doing the dreaming. It's an expenditure like normal. So you'll get that back after 24 hours. You'll actually get all of your magic points back after 24 hours, unless it's damage, and then it heals just like regular stuff. So if you don't rest, then you don't get it back. So that's something to keep in mind for you, Claudius.
I don't think I've ever used magic points yet, so...
Well, there's always another time.
There's always a first time.
Hey,
Yeah.
I've got 17 magic points. Okay.
I'm down to 10 at the moment.
Oh, you're giving away my Gray Dragon Island secrets there.
Oh, is there secrets on it? I just thought
You're
it
fine.
was an
You're fine.
an overview.
No, that's actually pretty helpful. I think that's a good place for us to take a quick break. Everybody stretch your legs, and we'll be back in 10 minutes. If you can throw the timer up for me.
I will in just 1 second.
You were not prepared for that. I'm sorry. That's my fault.
I am. It's just I'm trying a new countdown thing, and I actually have to hit a button on another app. But yep, I'm going to transition, and then the timer will start. Thank y'all.
All right. So
Stuff
Dalphus, you
happened.
woke. What now?
Stuff happened.
Yeah, Dalphus, you wake Claudius up. Claudius, it was a good few minutes between when Dalphus left and when you woke.
Don't you ever leave me. If you're gonna do whatever you did, don't ever just leave me there to deal with those whatever those were.
Well, my intentions were to wake you, and trust me, knowing how that went, I don't think I will ever be doing that to you again or anyone that I care about.
Can I get you both to roll POW for me?
Pow, pow, power wheels.
Now you're driving for real.
38 is a hard success.
Cool.
That's a 99 again.
So
Well,
not a
what the heck
success.
is you?
It's not.
Yes.
That's not a success for me.
That's unfortunate. Do you want to spend any luck on that?
What was I rolling?
POW.
How about a reroll? You like a reroll? I think I got one of those for you.
Oh, okay. Because I can do that or luck. I do have a lot of luck. But I'll take a reroll if you're gonna throw it in there. And we're gonna see if the same dice screw me again. Maybe that was just their one baddie. Well, that's a 95. That's a little better. So I'll just count off 25.
Throw those dice away.
2,
Okay.
3, 4.
So you're both going to gain 5 in dreaming and 5 in dream lore. As you both have experienced this phenomena and can kind of understand the essence of dreaming and the dream world. As a storyteller, I want to make the statement, and only once, I hope all 4 of you hear me. Dreaming is not always a good idea. And in fact, it's usually a really bad idea.
Sure.
So keep that in mind. I don't have a problem with playing through whatever you guys do, but it gets real nasty real quick.
My lesson that I learned from this is I will never go into someone's dreams that I don't want to see hurt, and I will not stay long if I do.
Sure. So, are you waking the other 2? I'm sorry. And now that we've talked about it, the face you saw, Roxy, was Pinhue.
Oh, okay. And he said,
Now that
this
you're
is my
awake
world.
and it's connecting, that was absolutely Pinhue.
Okay. Interesting.
Which
So Claudius saw
Dalphus, you don't know.
Pinhue.
Yeah,
But
but
I
you
did
don't
not.
know that quite. Yeah, no.
Yeah, you don't know that, David. I thought you were going to make it my dad. I was like, what the hell?
No,
I thought it was
no.
Nyarlathotep putting on faces. Oh, just a second. Having an issue. Go on, guys.
Yeah, I did not think going against Pinhue for my first foray into the dreaming would be a good idea. So no.
I like that Roxy's looking into the mountain.
Yeah.
looks on our
Yeah.
end.
She was looking into the Mimi's realm.
Yeah. Solid choices.
There were no pictures of the Mimis. I don't know if they're in the 7th edition.
Who knows? They might be considered highly racist.
Probably. I'm gonna private message you the Hypatia Masters.
Oh, good.
Aw.
Well,
all
it might
curious
be a thing. So I don't want. I've seen it. The rest of y'all haven't.
So are you waking Jimmy Ray and Aaron?
If they're sleeping, I don't think there's any reason
What
for us
time-
to
what
wake
time
them.
is it?
I don't right now, anyway. So
It's like I don't know. What time do you guys go to bed? Like 10?
well, I figured we would have done this like a little early, not like, oh my
Okay,
god,
so
it's 4 o'clock in the morning now.
It's probably 11 at night. You guys have probably had Claudius go to bed at like 9, and then followed shortly after that, and then it's been a couple hours since then. So it's probably around 11.
Imagine we both need a stiff drink and then try to actually get some rest.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I need both Aaron and Jimmy to roll luck.
Oh, yeah, that's a fail.
That's a hard success.
Fantastic.
Would you like a reroll?
Yes.
I got those points.
Oh,
Yeah, don't spin those.
No?
Just hold
Okay.
on to those. I'm not going to let
Gotcha.
you do a reroll. This is one of the few times that I'm not going to let that happen.
All right.
I want to get a little bit of story out of this, so
yeah, do it.
also,
Do it.
Sean
Do it.
doesn't need the rest of that sanity.
No.
So Sean, what does a typical Aaron dream seem like?
Typical Aaron dream.
Like a happy dream.
Yeah. Waking up on a Saturday morning and smelling his mom cooking bacon and brewing coffee for breakfast.
So you come down, you sit down at the table. Your mom brings you coffee over. You take that first sip and just kind of close your eyes and breathe it in. And as you open them, you're in the trenches.
Ah!
You're in the trenches and you're covered in dirt and filth. You can smell and almost taste how gross it is here.
Yeah, probably not a unfamiliar nightmare.
It's dark, but there are fires definitely over the trenches somewhere. The men next to you are snoring or coughing, and you can taste blood in your own mouth from who knows what.
Right.
And it's just then that the sergeant comes by, taps you on the helmet, and says, "Get ready. We're going over."
Going over now?
Now.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, up, soldier, let's go. And you climb over the top and start to go. You dodge the wire, the razor wire that's right there, and then you realize you're alone in no man's land. And you can feel the bullets whipping past you.
Right. I'm going to drop to the ground.
I need you to roll POW for me.
Ow. Come on. That's a success.
Fantastic. Is it a regular success?
Yeah, regular success.
As you drop to the ground, you fall next to and are looking in the face of one of your buddies, and he's dead.
Simmons, what happened?
He's just his
Dead.
face, his eyes are slack, his eyes are dead, his face is slack. And you look around and you realize that you weren't just running through no man's land. There are bodies everywhere, and all of them are people you knew. And not just people from the war.
Okay.
People from home, people from back at the base, people from the boat ride over. Everyone that you've ever known is just around you. And as you look up, you know that the tentacle monster on the pyramid?
Yeah.
That's what you see off in the distance in the direction of the German lines. It's just this creature with this fire kind of glowing behind him. And then the people around you get up. And then they kneel and bow to him.
Do we know?
And that's when you feel a hand kind of grab you by the shoulder, and you are then standing. It didn't lift you, but you're standing. And as all the rest of these men kneel, and you see these large, bulky creatures move between them and begin to devour them, you turn and see this man, and at this moment it is Pinhew. He says, "This is their fate. It doesn't have to be yours."
What do you mean it doesn't have to be mine?
Your little group has caused a lot of problems, but you don't have to join the rest of these sheep. We can save you. We can make this better for you.
At what cost?
No cost. All you have to do is walk away.
That's not going to happen because I cannot. I'm not going to let you do this to my family, my parents, all the people that I love. That's not happening. No.
It doesn't have to be this for you. You need to understand that, Aaron. And as he says that, his face shifts to the face of your mother that you remember from when you were a child. It doesn't have to be this way for you, Aaron. You can be safe.
No, my mom, no. And I'm like talking to myself. My head's closed, or my eyes are closed. I'm like, Mom wouldn't talk to me like that. She would never. No, that's not how she raised me.
Can I get you to roll POW again for me?
Regular success again.
Okay. You feel a hand grab your ankle, and then a hand grab the other ankle as you see Bobby and Jewel looking up to you. They both of them say, "Look what happened to us, Aaron. It doesn't have to happen to you. Save yourself, please."
I'm now I'm starting to hyperventilate. I'm gonna try and yank they're like grabbing my ankles, you said?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm trying to yank away from them.
You could feel hands begin to like crawl up your leg and grab onto you, both sides, not just theirs, but dozens of hands. And they begin to pull you down, and you feel yourself being pulled and pulled and pulled. And that's when you wake up and you realize that the blanket has wrapped itself around your leg. You are in full panic. I need you to roll sanity check for me.
Yep, I'm changing dice because those are not good. Let's try something better. Oh, that's good. I rolled a 22. That's under my sanity right now.
You'll lose 2.
Okay.
As all of this is just overwhelming. It probably takes you a few minutes to kind of anchor yourself in the real world. Unfortunately, you've never been taught any real way to do anything with this. Being shell-shocked is not something that they knew what to do with.
Right. I'm just hyper, rocking and just trying to shake.
Claudius and Dalphus, as you guys are like, you both have just started to doze off again. Although Claudius, you're a little shaky on the idea of going back to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that Aaron kind of shoots up and then starts rocking back and forth in his bunk.
Is this you again, Dalphus? And I get down and I start to try to wake up Aaron. Aaron!
What?
It's me. It's me. It's Claudius. You're okay.
What's going on?
Well, you're giving more people nightmares, is what it sounds like.
No, this was more than a nightmare. I don't know what that was.
Jimmy, I'd say you probably wake up at this point. There's enough commotion.
Okay.
Your dreams were fine.
Well, tell us all about it, Aaron.
I woke up and I was in my childhood home, and Mom was making coffee and frying bacon, and then the next thing I know, I was back in no man's land, going across the field by myself. But it's like everybody I knew was dead in the field, and I saw what we saw in Egypt. In the distance in Germany, just the flames, and all of a sudden the bodies got up, and then Pinhew told me to walk away, that I'd be safe if I walked away.
Pinhew?
Yeah. He was in my dream. He was talking to me. He was trying to make...
I don't know what that spell or whatever did, Dalphus, but he was in my dream as well after you disappeared.
Really?
Did he talk to you too?
Not... I mean, it was the insane ramblings of a man who can go through people's dreams. He just said, "This is my realm," and laughed.
Hey, Matt, question.
Yeah.
When Pinhew was talking to me, did I notice the insanity, or did he sound like normal and like he was my best friend offering me the best deal ever?
Roll me a spot hidden.
Okay. So that is a extreme success.
That's fantastic. So the look in his eyes was one of a lack of grip of sanity, but an assuredness that what he was saying was not only true, but it was your best option.
Okay, so like a true believer.
Yeah. And then you also saw that same look in the eyes of Jewel and Bobby. However, their eyes were the exact same. By that I mean color, shape, size as Gavigan's.
As
Or
Gavigans or
Pin-
Pinhus?
No, I'm sorry, Pinyu. Sorry, yes.
And so he offered me to walk away. I could tell he was insane, but he truly believed that if I walked away, or if I would take the deal and walk away, I would be safe. But he's worried. We've thrown a wrench in their whole thing.
That is a very interesting conclusion for you to come to. I'll be honest, my brain wasn't thinking that way, and I'm kind of surprised that as paranoid as you've been, that you actually saw the silver lining here.
Oh, that's the silver lining now. He took the shape of my mom and trying to convince me to walk away. But that's not how she raised me. She never had me walk away from a fight. But he said if I walked away, I would be safe, and that we have caused them some turmoil, some chaos in what they're planning.
Well, that's enough to motivate me to continue to do what we're doing.
Agreed.
Depending on what time it is in game, I would say if we can get any more sleep, let's do it. If not, let's ready ourselves for today.
I'm gonna look at Claudius, and be like, be careful. He pretended to be Jewel to try and convince me to walk away. But the eyes were Pinhu's. That's probably something we should all remember. If we have someone in our dreams that we know and love trying to convince us, look at their eyes.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be soon forgetting Mr. Pinhu's eyes. I do also just wonder if Jewel appeared to you in that regard because she has already slipped from her sanity is loose, and she has no grip on that any longer.
I don't think it was Jewel. I think it was Pinhu.
Sure. But I guess I'm saying that he used people that have already lost that fight with him.
Right. Yeah. Totally agree.
I'm ready to go kill some bitch.
I need any of you that are going to go back to sleep to roll me a sanity check.
Yeah, so my next question was, will be any penalty if we don't go to sleep now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It won't be on all rolls, but there will be random penalties. If you have to do anything overly exerting, then those penalty dice will probably crop up much more often.
Okay, I passed my sanity check.
I failed.
Do we not have some sort of protective amulet or something somewhere?
Nope.
Dreamcatcher.
Yeah, we have a disturbing lack of protective items. For as many magical items are in this game, I feel like we have a distinct lack of them.
Yeah.
Can I tell you a secret?
It's because you didn't.
No. Do you remember in New York when you refused to go in the basement and then the building burned down?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's where all the protective items are.
Oh. Well, actually, that's the one that... Is that not the one where Jewel had her break and she had to leave anyway?
Yep.
Yeah. It was a rough one.
Yeah. So I didn't think we could even go back down there.
No, we just decided to firebomb it to be on the safe side. We didn't explore it anymore.
Did we firebomb that? I thought somebody else did.
No, it burned down on its own.
Yeah.
Well, we were planning on it.
Quit it, Aaron. You keep saying that we're killing people and burning shit down. The only thing that we were even present.
We were talking about going to burn it
but
down.
We didn't. So
no, we didn't.
Don't confess to. You're so paranoid. You're confessing to crimes we didn't even do. The only thing that we were present for was and had a active hand in was launching that dynamite at that blank wall in Nyarlathotep's throne room. That was us, 100%.
And it worked. So
it did. I have no guilt.
So I did fail my sanity roll, Matt.
For those of you that are going back to sleep, Who is going back to sleep?
What time is it, and how much sleep can we get?
It's probably right before midnight. But
Oh, okay,
you, Dalphus, have not been to sleep.
Yeah.
Being in the dream world is not the same as sleep.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get some sleep.
I'm going to try to get some
I'm
sleep
gonna
as
risk
well.
it.
But I did pass my sanity check.
Aaron, Jimmy?
No, I didn't pass.
Oh
it.
yeah, they haven't gotten me yet, so I'm not
Okay.
certain.
Aaron, are
They
you
will.
going back to sleep, Aaron?
I'm going to try to.
Okay. You all four fall asleep without much of an issue. However, you're all stripped of 2 magic points.
All of us?
And then those of you that failed that sanity check are going to lose another point of sanity.
Oh, just 1 point?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
As you just realize how dangerous the situation you're going into is, and that this concept that your own mind is no longer safe is a very bothersome concept to you. As it should be, honestly. And I'm not at all projecting any of my own night terrors on you at this point that I've been having the last few weeks.
Oh, nice.
Remind me again, how much of a percentage do I have to lose my sanity before?
20
And that's in one hit or collectively through the session?
in an hour.
Okay, so I'm good right now.
Yeah, because you'd lost, what, 3 more?
I've lost, started out 35 and I'm down
okay,
to
yeah.
32.
Yeah, no, you've got 4 more you can lose. Don't worry.
Right.
The rest of the night goes by just fine. You all wake up a little on the tired side in the morning because 6 hours of sleep is not quite enough, especially since it was probably fitful sleep and nobody ever really hit dreams. Or if you did, you don't remember them. Brass seems to have slept on the floor under one of the bunks like a baby.
Of course you did.
He gets up the next day. He checks his firearm, his pistol. He pulls a case that he clearly was carrying with him, and I forgot to mention that looks very much like a violin and is not. So he pulls out a full machine gun, checks it, puts it back, and then he goes on downstairs and seems to be ready to go.
I'm going to make sure my Colts are ready. I'm going to give them a once over, make sure I've got extra clips.
Sure. So this is a question of what you guys are bringing with you, because anything extra is going to weigh you down, and once we hit the water, that actually will factor in. So if you are carrying something beyond, I'd say, a pistol and 2 extra magazines of that for that weapon, I need to know. So, like, I know, Dalphus, you're carrying a rifle.
Yeah.
Like that's heavier than a pistol. I just need to know that.
So what about the water? We're getting in the water?
You're going to be in a boat. There's potential that you will end up in the water from being in the boat.
Gotcha.
I would say that potential is it's definitely not a 0.
Okay.
So I
Are you
want to
gonna
prep for that.
Bring the Yithian gun, Dalphus.
Oh yeah.
Those are heavy as shit.
Yeah.
Just as FYI, carry them if you want. They're heavy as shit.
Are we worried about being stopped by any local authorities for having these things? No?
No. I mean, honestly, you could pack them in a bag. Nobody's going to notice.
I think this is more of a concern as sinking like a rock when you hit the water.
My concern
If I
is
could mount that
electrical
sucker on
current.
top of the boat somehow.
Yeah.
Right up there like
Because I don't want it to. I don't want it to fall in the water with us in it. But or go off in the water. But I'm probably gonna go ahead and take both of my. I have a pistol and a revolver.
Okay. And your
And
machete as well?
and my machete in case
Cool.
something gets wet and won't fire.
Did we find my dynamite, by the way?
Oh, yeah, you've got dynamite. That's fine.
Didn't we?
So, I mean, I'm going to bring like 4 or 5 sticks of
if
it.
it gets
Sure.
wet, it's not gonna do shit.
Yeah, it's not going to do diddly if it gets wet. That's something to keep in mind.
I'll
Alright,
bring an
alright.
extra lighter though, just in case.
Dolphus, besides your rifle, are you bringing anything? And the lightning gun, are you bringing much more?
Well, let's see. I've got my whip and I've got my
Sure.
pistol.
Okay.
and knife
And
and
it's can-do
machete.
attitude.
Okay.
Yeah.
And don't
Okay,
forget
cool.
don't forget your can-do attitude.
That weighs surprisingly little. And then Jimmy, are you carrying much in the right way of weapon?
Just my usual, my pistol, some spare ammo, and then my machete and stiletto.
Okay. Cool. And then Aaron, you got your 2 guns and
No, it's just one gun.
oh, I think okay.
I got
But
two
it's
guns.
also the dynamite and the brass knuckles.
Sure, that'll be fine.
Boy, I feel underprepared for a beach.
This is going to be also a combat if and when we hit combat where you're going to have to track ammo because ammo will become a thing.
Okay.
Yep.
And then can I say I have, I don't know, a couple
I
of...
assume you guys all have a couple of extra magazines, so just
Okay.
keep that in mind. If you're anything more than that's going to weigh you down pretty quickly.
Sure, that's fine.
Cool. So you guys head down to the docks. The men from the people from the New China vigilante group are there. There's more than 0 women. There's just a handful, but there's definitely more than none. There's maybe 75 of them.
Did you
and
need
then the
their,
boat.
Do you have their stats too, Matt?
I do,
Okay.
I believe. I'm going to double check that.
Because I have a, I'm not sure what I have, but I have like a whole table and crap.
Yep, there we go. Yeah, I got them.
Okay, cool.
They are all carrying Thompson machine guns.
So is Brady, so.
Yeah.
They are more prepared than us.
Yes.
They all, so Jack heads over to talk to one of them. I assume all the books got left back at the warehouse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I would have tried to find a hiding place for some of the important items that we had to.
A hiding place where?
Somewhere where we were staying, so like
Okay, okay, that makes sense.
under a floorboard.
I mean,
or...
we still have guards and stuff watching the house.
Yeah. Yeah, what's his name did not come with you.
Hansel, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, Hansel did not. But you also meet your 20 guys. One of them comes up to you, Claudius, and says, he is clearly British. He says, Schmidt said that we'd meet you here, get on a boat, and then protect any assets you have over there.
That's a really polite way of saying me and my friends.
Sure. Sure.
If you can protect those. Is he good looking?
He's a little grizzled. It's not bad looking, but he's he's clearly seen a few scrapes.
Well, you should probably stick with us. A little closer.
Okay. We can do that.
Do you have a name for this
his name is Smith.
one? Oh, so I have a Schmidt. Schmidt's back at home, and Smith is on the boat.
Yeah.
Does he have a wooden leg?
Yes. No. His what's the name of his other leg is a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call him.
That's
I'm gonna call him Davy Smith.
yeah.
Davy Boy Smith, the British Bulldog.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yes.
On a boat, you could have named him Davy Jones.
No.
because
This is Davy
then he'll
Boy.
Pull us
You
Not
want a
everyone
Davy
out on
Boy
the boat.
Smith with you.
Yeah, I'd rather have Davy Smith, unless it's Davy Jones of the Monkees, and
Ooh,
then
see,
he could
that's what
sing
I'm
and
thinking.
dance to us.
Well, that and he'd be small. He could just sneak through everybody.
He could, and he's got that little shuffling.
Hey, we're
Dance.
the deep ones.
Yeah.
So you all file onto the boat. It's most of the new China people end up down below. There's a couple of them that end up on deck with you guys. The majority of a chunk of your 20 guys end up down below as well. And there's probably 5 of them on deck with you. The captain seems to be pleasant enough for a salty old sea dog. Takes you guys out. and it's a couple hours in the boat out to the island. When you approach the island, what is clear is that where's my north? On the west side of the island, it is all low rocky cliffs. Actually, I'm not going to worry about that. But on the right hand of the island, beach goes around, and you can see a dock coming out.
Do we see anybody watching us from those cliffs?
You're a little too far out right now. I'd give somebody with the binoculars a spot if you wanted to bring the binoculars. That's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, sure. I'd have had like a combat bag sort of thing.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I'd probably ask the captain if he had a spyglass or something.
Yeah. You guys can both.
Yep, that's a regular success.
Okay.
That's a regular success for me as well.
Between the movement of the boat and the distance, it's hard to really say, but you don't see anybody sticking out. There is a mountain on that side of the boat, though, and by mountain I mean more like it's a freaking volcano. Looks like it's been dormant for a while, but there's clearly an opening in the side of the rock for where at some point it would have erupted.
And you said the east side is the one that's all beachy and has a dock.
And you can as you're getting a little bit closer and keeping an eye out, you can see that there are a couple of there's a small village just inward from the dock. And then
do we see near the dock is the Dark Mistress visible?
No.
Did we see her out in the waters anywhere?
You did not. You did not, no, because you came from the south.
Okay. Circle us around.
I mean, you could definitely ask them to circle
No.
around, but they're going to notice a giant boat going around their island.
Yeah, for sure. We're just lost. No, that's fine.
Excuse us, we're lost.
So it's probably 9 a.m., 9:30 by the time you guys get close enough that you start preparing to leave the ship. The captain comes up and says, so the dock looks like it's not going to be the best thing for us to dock at, but we can definitely do it. It'll be a little odd. It's just not prepared for a ship of our size. You're on like a kind of like a medium-sized
Sure.
transport, kind of like in, I don't know if you've seen the newer King Kong with Jack Black. It's something that size.
I've seen the newer King Kong with Skull Island. It's the one.
That's not a good. I guess the newer King Kong that I'm talking about is only 17 years old.
Yeah, at least this one's only like 2 or 3.
Barf.
And it's got Tom Hiddleston in it.
I was gonna say with Loki.
Yeah, it's got Tom Hiddleston and Captain Marvel in it, and so I was there.
Yep.
And what's his name?
Samuel L. Jackson.
No.
No,
I mean, he is.
From Guardian.
Yeah, from Guardians.
Michael Rourke.
No, the goofy guy.
Oh, the one that's in
Nathan Lane?
No.
No, the one from the Ricky Bobby movie.
John C. Reilly.
Yeah.
Yes, John C. Reilly. It's got Wreck-It Ralph in it.
Yeah.
I don't like John C. Reilly.
Oh. Yeah, I think he's really good in that movie, though.
He's all right in that movie. He just frustrates me as a human.
Sure.
It's his voice. It's his voice. He's a good human. I don't like his voice. I just feel like he needs a lozenge and to try harder.
He's a good guy. I just don't like hearing him.
Yeah, he should be seen and not heard. And only seen if I'm squinting. Maybe he should just
perfect.
He should just shut his mouth and smile more.
He'd be prettier if he smiled more,
That's
right?
No, he's good in that movie though.
As you guys approach the dock, you're probably a couple of minutes away from docking. You see a large group of people, probably 30 or 40, moving towards the dock and coming up it. Most of them are carrying clubs.
Can we just start firing from the boat?
Yeah, so the people kind of file up from down below, and they start firing. And Jack turns to you guys and says, look, if we go up the dock, I have a feeling we're either going to get bogged down or it's possible that one or more of us die. I think that maybe we take the 5 of us and a couple, a few more men into a smaller boat and try and go ashore that way.
Like via the beach?
All right.
Yeah.
I approve this plan.
Davey, you're coming with us.
Yeah, so Davey grabs 3 of his men.
Sure.
So there's a total of 9 of you. He grabs 4. I'm just going to make it even 10. And the 10 of you kind of pile into it's not so much a life raft as it's kind of like a landing boat for when there's no docking available. Mm-hmm. And you don't pile in. You start prepping it. I need all of you to give me spot hiddens.
Yeah, that's a fail.
I have a regular success.
I have a hard success.
Okay.
That should be... What's the next one up from a hard?
Extreme.
Extreme.
Because I rolled an 8.
Yeah, that's an extreme.
All right. So, yeah, extreme success.
Sorry, hold on just a second. I got to go find a book because these stats are not in the book or not in the adventure. Oh, you know what? It's
in the... If it's one of the magic books, it's in the Keeper's Guide.
Oh, no. I mean, like, I needed the Keeper's Guide.
Oh, okay.
But I have the physical copy right here. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm a dork. I'm a dorkfish.
Well, when we're used to using
Call me with the
PDFs for
corny dog.
everything.
I said, what's Corn Dog doing here in the ocean?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I have no idea what you're talking
Is
about.
John C. Reilly here?
And that's saying something.
It sounds like a John C. Reilly. It's either John C. Reilly or Letterkenny.
No, it is neither of those. It's a Blue Collar Comedy Tour.
I don't remember them talking about a corn dog in the ocean.
Bill
Engvall.
Yeah.
I used to watch Blue Collar Comedy Tour quite a bit. My parents loved it.
We just actually had a resurgence of, I said, get the kitty, not kick the kitty.
So you guys, as you're prepping the boat, you feel the ship shake and then pitch. The men on the boat, or the people from New China, and the other 15 guys from your own personal mercenary army are still firing at the guys on the dock and hitting several of them, and they're kind of dropping here and there. Some spears have been thrown, some rocks have been thrown at the boat, but nothing's really getting there. But the boat, the ship you're on, clearly takes a massive hit. And then one of the crew members says, What is that? As this mass of tentacles and blob kind of comes up over the edge, followed by 2 of those deep ones you saw in your dream, Claudius, come up next to it. Both of them are carrying spears made of what looks like coral tipped with a black metal or stone. And then you hear it's like somebody speaking a foreign language underwater, and it points at the 5 or at the 4 of you, and the other one starts moving that direction, and the mass just kind of starts going towards the people firing guns. I need you all to make sanity checks.
Yeah.
What now?
Was that what I got with my extreme success?
Yes. Yeah, sanity checks. That's good. Ooh, that's going to be good.
Passed.
Pass, barely.
Passed.
Y'all lose a d6.
Oh! Well, there goes Aaron. Everybody say bye
already, man.
Now you are back on. The start. So you just need to not lose 6 all at once.
Lost 4.
Oh, there you go. See, that's not so bad.
But yeah, just 2 more to go.
Aaron, you ever seen fishing in the South?
I think I was already thinking along those lines.
These did come up on the opposite side of the ship, so not on the side where the boat that you were readying is.
But
Are
I
you
like
guys
how
talking
I like
about
how Jimmy's
shooting
thinking.
fish? What are you talking
What
about?
now? What now?
What is this southern fishing? I mean, most of the guys I know that fish normal down here, but whatever.
Yeah, fishing with
I'm
dynamite.
not even a southerner, and I almost felt offended.
Well, I knew some boys from Texas when we were in the war, and they used to talk about how their daddies, when the fish weren't biting, would drop sticks of dynamite in the water and scoop up the fish that floated to the surface.
It's pretty impressive.
Well, if we'd like to keep that boat, just be careful.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to get in the water while that tentacle thing is here.
It's on the other side of the boat, though, right? Oh, we just got bought a luck advance.
We just got what?
Greg just bought us a luck advance, so we all get to advance our luck.
Fantastic. Everybody roll a
Right.
d6, add it to your luck.
Shout out to Tentacle Greg. Thank you very much.
Thank
Put
you.
tentacles in chat for you just a moment.
Granted, it was just one, but that is
Hey.
helpful.
Luck,
Thank you.
luck.
Thank you, Greg. It is needed. We're going to need all the luck we can get. And as
Sorry,
long
I
as we
gotta
stay
look
out
up
of
stats and
combat,
get
as
them
long as we
written
stay
down.
out of combat, we can use it, not Cambot. Cambot is on MST3K.
Do we have any cans of petrol up here?
Is the captain still alive?
Give me a roll of luck.
He's the mechanic. I'm going to let him roll luck on that.
That would be a 1.
Nice.
No, oh wait, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Ow.
Hey Jimmy, how's your throwing arm feel?
Very lucky.
If I tape some of these, if I group these 3 sticks of dynamite together, you think you could throw it over to that tentacle blob thing?
It's really close to our people. I was actually thinking the petrol.
The petrol? All right. Not as impressive, but okay.
I did. Okay. So, combat. Jimmy, you go first. What would you like to do?
I'd like to pick up a can and hurl it at that tentacle monster.
I'm gonna need you to give me a strength check first, because
All right.
they're not small. These aren't like tiny little petrol things. These are like chunky, big, like 2-gallon things. They're gonna be hefty.
Well, that is that's crazy. That is a 6.
Oh yeah, you're more than set. Go ahead and give me a roll or a
right.
throw roll.
For the throw.
Yep.
That is a regular success.
Okay, and you're throwing this at what?
The tentacle thingy. I unscrew the lid and throw it his direction.
It. Oh wait, it does have a dodge. That's disgusting.
Oh no.
No, it's disgusting in a good way. Its dodge is 8.
Oh.
So yeah, you open the lid, toss it. It kind of opens itself up to grab hold of it, and the petrol goes all over it.
Then I would like. I guess I have to wait around to shoot it.
No, go ahead. I don't care.
Okay.
You rolled low enough on your strength. I don't have a problem with you chucking it and shooting.
Let me make sure.
I'm
where
ready
my
to take a
shooting is.
shot too if he misses.
So I'm pretty good in these kind of situations, and that's a regular success.
You're shooting the petrol, right?
Yes.
Give-
Trying to shoot near the can so that I'll spark.
Sure. Give me a luck roll.
All right. For luck, that's going to be a hard success.
Fantastic. So it opens up. The petrol starts to spray everywhere, and just as it's starting to close, you fire. It hits the can. The petrol erupts. It does not seem affected at all. Now there's a flaming ball of whatever with tentacles on the deck.
Okay, well, that's a new one.
However, the two deep ones immediately move away from it. And then the first deep one, the one that pointed at you guys, rushes at the captain and just completely impales him on his spear. And then tosses him off of the boat. And I mean, like, he lifts like captain's probably like 220, 230, just lifts him like nothing and tosses him. So, and just to give you guys an idea, deep ones stand like between 7.5 and 8 foot tall. They do have like fins on their arms, and there's a fin down their back, and they have a tail. And their claws are normally long, but these are both carrying these wicked, nasty looking spears. And as he kind of tosses it, he looks at his next eye at the control booth. I don't know what they call the bridge of the boat, and like he's going to head that way. Aaron, you can go.
So no one's getting the little landing boat ready, correct? We're all focused on what's going on.
It is all but ready. At any time you guys could drop it and go. That's up to you.
I'm gonna shout at the group. Do we want to go, or are we staying?
Should I stay or should I go? Because
if we're ready to go, I'll spend my action.
You all can answer him. That's fine. I'm not going to take points or take actions
you
from
mean
you or
like
anything.
moving the boat
I think we should
towards
go.
the beach? Yeah.
Okay.
I think we need to get away. I think the longer we stay here, the more likely we are to die right here.
And I'm going to use my action then to start lowering that boat into the water.
So you
Fantastic.
said the fireball didn't do anything to the tentacle beast?
Not really. It scared the deep ones a little bit, but that seems to be it.
Everybody in the boat.
Well, not everybody, but all of us.
Oh,
Rest of them are stuck.
The tentacle beast just gets in the boat.
Well, any of the other 150 people can just sit tight. I'm sorry.
well, I mean, I said it like our little group.
Claudius, it's your turn.
I do whatever I need to get us towards the island.
Okay. So you hop in the boat. Are you going to fire anything, or are you just getting in the boat?
Are there enemies on our side of the boat?
There's a deep one that's probably going to either head towards you or head up towards the bridge. There's a deep one that's already looking at the bridge. So it's up to you.
Oh, hell. I'll just go ahead and fire off a shot at the one that's headed towards the bridge.
Cool. Why don't you have a dodge written down here?
Because you don't got one.
Oh, there it is.
That's a success.
I'm sorry?
That's a success.
You roll your damage.
Okay. Just a D10 on that. It's a 38 revolver. That's 4.
Okay. And this is the one that did not impale the captain?
Yeah, this is the one that's headed towards the bridge.
Okay. Fantastic. So the one that did. Perfect. I just want to make sure I marked the right one. Dalphus, how about you?
All right. Well, I was ready to take a shot, so I guess I'll take a shot at one of the deep ones.
Which one?
Well, if Claudius just hit one and I guess it didn't drop, I could shoot it too.
Sure. Go ahead and roll.
Don't need the D6. Okay, 8.
What was that?
That was my alarm to give Mama Cat her medicine.
Oh, okay.
Even though my phone is silenced, it's still the alarm goes off. So
Yeah, makes sense.
all right, that is not a hard success. That's a normal success.
Okay. Yeah, you hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. Shawn. Where is it? There it is. 9.
Okay. It falls. It's not dead. After you, the other one goes. It's going to rush the boat. All right, did you get in the boat?
Yes.
So Jimmy is technically the only one out of the boat right now.
Mhm.
Jimmy, can you roll luck for me?
Absolutely. That's a hard success.
Cool. So it rushes one of the guys, one of your mercenaries, and kind of leaps onto him, drives his spear into the guy, and seemingly kills him.
Oh no, not Ralph.
And as he does it, he screeches, but it's like bubbly and watery. And you feel the boat shift again. The ship you're on shift again. The big ship. Everybody else piles in. Oh wait, I'm sorry. That's not the end of the round. The mass goes towards the large group of New China people, and just two tentacles come out. One grabs the one person, one grabs the other, and it just pulls them in and then engulfs around them, and they're gone.
Oh.
The blob seems to get bigger to like encompass them, but they are just inside this thing. And then everybody else gets in the boat. Jimmy, are you getting in the boat at the top of the round?
I don't know. Because right now it looks like getting in the water is an even worse idea.
Well, we're all already there.
Join us, one of us, one of us.
Okay.
Well, the big blob thing, he's got the big boat, so it's probably going to go down.
Let's get out of here.
Okay, so you get in the boat. One of the mercs hits the button, and it doesn't lower the boat. It quickly drops the boat. I need everybody to give me a dexterity check.
Oh, that's a wasted roll. Damn.
Success.
Success.
Okay, a couple of the mercenaries end up on the floor, but the one that hit the button pulls the engine, starts the engine, drops the motor in, and you guys start going across the waves. As you watch the boat, there's a bunch of firing. People are clearly firing into the deck as well, but you see that the deep one that attacked your one of your mercenaries jump off of the boat and swan dive into the water, and then you see him come up and is just kind of the way dolphins just kind of bob along the surface of the water and is chasing you.
Shoot that son of a bitch.
I need to look up the speed on the motorboat. There we go.
You ready to shoot at him?
Depends on the cup size, man.
You are clearly going faster than him, but he's going he's moving through the water about the speed that a bike would go across land. Which is uncomfortable for the four of you to watch this thing go. And you look over, and poor Davy boy is just wide-eyed, what the hell?
Do you know how to shoot that thing, Mr. Smith?
Yeah. Oh, he nods his head, pulls his Thompson, and just unloads a whole magazine, and the thing
there
quits.
You go.
Quits
Thank
following.
Attaboy, Davy.
Jack is in the boat with you,
special for you.
and just looks over and says, "Well, this is different from the desert. These swim." You make landfall pretty quickly. You're not too far away, and as you hit the sand, you can see the cultists are on the dock. There are a few that have kind of straggled away, but you're on a part of the dock or a part of the sand that has some beach to your right. When you hit the beach, to your right is the dock and that little village, and then to the left is the mountain.
Okay, I got a question for you. There were a bunch of
Sure.
cultists on the dock, right?
Yes.
And it's a long dock, right?
Yes, it is.
Are they far enough away from land that if we destroyed part of that dock, it might
Some of
hamper
them
their
would go
return?
into the water if you hit the right part of the dock. Yeah.
Well, would it hamper their return to the?
Only so much as the water might.
Okay.
Who knows? They just have to swim.
If you got any of that dynamite left, I'd chuck it at that group of cultists right there on that dock.
I mean, I don't think we're close enough that we could throw it. Right?
You could get close enough.
Just chuck it.
All right, I'll do it.
I will say before you throw the stick of dynamite, because you only have 5. The cultists on the dock seem to be dealt with pretty thoroughly by the people on the boat.
Oh, okay. Okay. As long as
Okay.
like
The machine gun's probably a good idea.
I wasn't
Yeah,
sure
there's
if they
clearly going to be a struggle there, and not all of the people from New China or your other mercenaries are going to survive. But it's not like the boat's going to be overrun.
You should have shot them with that Yithian electricity gun while that damn thing was in the water.
I thought about it, but I didn't want to play that card yet.
Well, they're dead now. I mean, all our people are.
Is the blobby thing still on the boat?
Can you do it from
You
here?
can see there's still a fire on the boat.
Can you do it from here and then aim it since it's behind us? Will that propel us farther towards the? Oh, that's not how
No.
the physics work in this.
Rocket jump.
Yeah,
So what direction are you guys headed?
I'll be right back. Fred is losing his mind.
Okay.
So, but go on, and I trust y'all's judgment.
And then we sacrificed Claudius to the monsters. She didn't hear me.
Somebody's got to go into the volcano.
Where are you guys headed?
So to the right was the dock, and then you said to the left was like mountain area.
Yeah, so to the left, you're going to have to go through some palm tree forest, but the volcano is that direction.
I mean, this is my idea. I think we should hit the forest area and then work our way towards the village via that way, so we have some cover, so they don't see us.
Sure.
You think the village is where we need to go?
I don't know where we need to go. I mean, if we work our way towards the village, we may get an idea of where we need to go.
Okay. I was of the impression, or for some reason, that we need to go to the mountain. But maybe that's just me misunderstanding based on other.
I don't know that there was any real information other than it's an island base and there's a freaking volcano. Of course, that seems like where the villain would be.
Oh, of course, right? With his sharks with laser beams on their heads.
Well, I mean, you just saw them. They were sharks with fucking, freaking spears
Here's
and a blob.
with tentacles.
Yeah, a tentacle blob.
All I know is we need to get away from the water primarily.
That's what I'm saying. If we get at least let's get into that forest area so we have some cover, so we can actually maybe discuss which direction we want to go in. Because we're sitting ducks right here.
Whichever is the shortest route from where we are to the land is the way I want to go.
Well, you're on land.
Oh, okay. I thought we were talking about where to land at. Okay.
Do we see
Good
people?
news,
Do we see
good
people
news,
in the
Roxy.
village?
We've made no decision.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. Is there? Do we see people in this village?
You can't really tell from where you're at.
My opinion is we're trying to get towards the volcano. Let's just get inland away from this
Are we?
water.
We don't know where we're going. Jimmy's saying volcano. I'm saying get to the forest, work towards the village, maybe see where we need to go. No one knows where we need to go at this point.
I say the shortest route is if we go straight inland, we are going to end up in the center of the island, which is, I think, where we need to go. I don't remember getting any kind of missive that said we needed to go to the volcano. And I'd hate to tempt fate and that thing launch while we were right on it.
Well, let's just get away from here.
Yeah, straight
Yeah.
in. Straight in to the island. If we see people in the village, I'd say bypass the village. Off around to the... We're coming from the south. I'm going to say head around to the eastern side of the village.
So you're going to have to go through the village or past the village to get to the eastern side.
That's fine. Then skirt around the western side.
Okay. So everybody give me spot. Or I'm sorry, stealth. Stealth.
Come on, let's be stealthy.
35. Who's that?
Oh heck yeah!
Oh, yes.
I was not.
That's an extreme success.
if
I
they,
am
if they
spending 3 points of luck.
Hard success for me.
Did you get a success, Claudius?
No, I was going to ask if I should, if them all three getting it is enough. Is it a group thing or is it? Or
If we all need it, I'll do a reroll.
nah. I'll take the failure if
It's
it's only going to affect me.
Shooting that should count for something.
Yeah, we have an extreme and a hard success.
So as you guys move through, we'll narrate this. It's not that big of a deal. So as you guys move through the palm forest, you get to a distance away from the village where you do see movement in the village. There are not just people but children there moving around.
No.
I need everybody to give me spot hidden.
That is
That's an extreme success.
hard success.
Regular
Regular
success.
success.
You do see that there is a statue of the bloated woman in front of one of the huts, and you do see that several of the villagers have medallions to the bloated woman around their necks. No, everyone's wearing like very primitive clothes, so just like something around their waist to cover their genitals, but no top for male or female. And some of the children are just plain naked. And this isn't exactly like a tropical area. It's relatively cool here for April. So this is a little like how they stay warm is a little concerning.
So I think we need to stay away from the village. That's nothing but horrible things will happen if we go in the village.
Yep, I'm fine with that.
We should consider them to all be cultists, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you headed towards the
We're gonna go past that.
mountain then?
We're going, past the village to the center of the island.
Okay, so kind of center of the island. It will still put you to the east of the volcano.
That's fine. Claudius does not wish to go to the volcano.
You do see a small.
Unless we see something that wants us to go, that seems like that's where we need to go.
You do see like a small watchtower built out of what looks like palm trees as the wood on the kind of the northern end of the island that looks out over the northern water. And you can kind of catch through the trees that there is the Dark Mistress is moored out there.
So
Okay,
I'm looking at this picture of the island that's posted in the Discord there.
Sure.
There's nothing like labeled on it, but
Sure.
so like on the left side of it is the volcano. I can see that.
Yeah, where
And
that
then
little
there's-
like what looks like a little lake is actually where the village is.
Lake. I'll see it.
It's in the gray in the green.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so I have a question that's going to show my lack of understanding of perhaps maybe thermodynamics or physics.
Sure.
If we go to the volcano and drop in 5 sticks of dynamite,
It depends on what the base of the volcano looks like. It depends on how inactive it is. If it's super inactive, and you wouldn't know
won't
that
matter.
without like
Yeah.
full. You could cause it to erupt, maybe, but it would probably have to be a much larger explosion. Volcanoes erupt from tectonic pressure.
sure. Oh no, I understand that
so-
much. I just didn't know in the game. Claudius knows fuck all, but he's just trying to think of ways to. I mean, you set off that if we found a way to make that volcano erupt, it would certainly destroy probably whatever's going on here.
If it were directly at the bottom of it, yes. But if it's just underground or something like that, who knows?
Sure.
It depends on what the insides of the volcano look like. And I would actually need to look that up because I don't know.
I'm sure nobody has planned to. I'm sure they didn't plan for anybody to go, let's blow up the volcano and see if it starts spewing crap. I mean, if it's not like smoking or anything, it's probably very inactive.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so that's a good question. Do we see smoke coming out of it?
Give me a spot hidden.
oh well, I have a success.
I have a hard success.
There's not smoke coming up, but there's a shimmer of heat coming out of it. So clearly something down there is still hot and not covered. And it's hot enough that by the time it gets up you'd have to guess about 150 feet from base to tip. It's still warm. The air is still hot enough to cause a shimmer.
Interesting.
So,
well, that's something to think about.
On that watchtower, do we see anybody on it currently?
There are maybe a half dozen men up there,
Are we still?
but they're all looking north over the
okay.
water.
Are we still under cover of trees?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
You've been moving around here and there to see things, but for the most part, you're pretty covered.
Do we see or hear anything ahead, like in the direction of the watchtower?
Not really.
Just the watchtower. Okay.
Just the watchtower.
Can we keep walking along the edge of the forest away from the watchtower, or
What was that?
because I don't know where to go next, guys.
I think we continue to go. How many people did we say, or did you say were up on the watchtower?
Maybe a half dozen.
Shit.
The watchtower is probably 30 feet in the air. It looks like there's a ladder up.
I mean, I could try sneaking over there and planting some dynamite on the base and blowing it to get it out of the way, but that's just going to, bring everybody's attention
I
here.
would prefer to do away with the people in the watchtower.
So risk the drawing of attention.
No. I don't want to use dynamite. I was saying if we could take their place. I think the vantage point would be useful if we could take out 6 men between the 10 of us.
9.
Oh, we lost
We lost
somebody?
one.
One dude died on the boat.
It wasn't Davy though, right?
No, it was not Davey.
It was Remy.
Are you? I assume you guys are talking about this out loud.
Yeah, I'm mentioning like, can we take out those watchmen?
Jack looks over at Brady, or Jack looks over at
He's beside himself with grief. He doesn't know what.
Davey. Jack looks over at Davey, and Davey kind of shrugs, and then says, "It's a lot of ladder before we would get up there, and it's one at a time.
One person, yeah.
Maybe. I mean, it'd be easier to blow them up, but that doesn't sound like that's what we want to do.
So from the watchtower, do we see? I don't know how close we are, but do we see any visible form of alarm or signal? Like, is there a bell?
There is a bell, and then there's also no, there's just a bell. That wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, just a bell.
Which they would start ringing as soon as they saw someone coming up the ladder.
The ladder is underneath, so it's possible to go up there without being seen.
I was thinking more shooting them from the ground is what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking going up there with 6 men up there. I was thinking of picking them off while we were on the ground. But
they would just start ringing the bell.
And the gunshots is going to draw attention anyway.
See, and that's why we're talking about it. But it's either that or we find a route that they can't see, but I have a feeling this is not their only watchtower.
So Davey looks over and says, with the way that they're doing this, one, we'd have to circle around a little bit to get to them. They're all looking north over the water. I think they're watching for ships.
So they're not even paying attention to us. We could continue inward inland,
Yeah.
and they might not even see us if we play our cards right.
From where you're at, you could hear the gunfire from the other side of the island, and those 6 men do not seem concerned.
Okay.
Okay.
Which is
Oh,
kind of
yeah,
concerning.
all
Well,
the
they have-
gunfire
they have a
going on
guard
the other
dog.
side of the island. Then, if more gunfire was over here, wouldn't
But they would ring
yeah.
the bell if we couldn't pick them
Yeah.
off quickly. No, I say we just stay hidden as best as possible, and we work our way inland.
So you kind of explored the eastern side of the island as though, as far as there's a village over
What
there.
if you just used your big Yithian gun, Dalphus, and you just shot the top of it?
It's probably not going to kill all of them, and they would still ring the bell, or it would draw attention. At least it would defeat our purpose, I think.
Well, doesn't that thing give off a hell of a thunder crack?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty loud.
But it sounds like thunder.
Is it a clear day or a cloudy day right now?
It don't matter.
Oh, roll luck for me. I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
That's a fail.
Yeah, I didn't pass it either.
It's bright and sunny.
Every now and again, you get that stray cloud that makes a loud rumble, and then it's gone. So, I don't know how weather works outside of my part of the country. All right, yeah, I think we stay undercover and we move on. The longer we sit here, the more opportunity they have to turn around and see us.
So the only
I'm
part of
trying
the
to
island,
save this Yithian rifle until I see Pinhew.
the only part of the island that you haven't really touched is the volcano.
Claudius, it looks like you're gonna have to go to the volcano. That's all. That's the only thing we haven't.
That's
looked
fine.
at yet.
I just didn't figure anybody be doing anything over there.
I mean, I really don't want to have to assault that village because there's kids in there.
I don't
Either?
I think that village is just for worship and labor. I don't think those are anybody we really need to worry about. I mean, yeah, they could attack us and hurt us, but I don't think that I think those are just people that have been
Yeah, I'm just hoping that's
exploited.
not where what we're looking for is going to end up being. I'm hoping it's going to be at that volcano.
Well, let us go onward. Let's look at the base of the volcano and see if we can't find something interesting.
Can I get stealth from all of you again?
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Ooh, that's good. That is a yay, my
Not an
success.
overheart. Still just a regular success.
Hard success on stealth.
So as you head over towards the
I did not
Vol-
pass. I'll
the
stop.
vol- that's fine.
I didn't want
You
to
guys head over towards the volcano. What you see is a trail from the village that leads to the volcano and an opening in the side of it. Standing there are a couple of Chinese men with rifles. And you can see down kind of into it. It looks like it goes down, but you can see light coming out of it and like almost like a glowing red. And that is actually a great place for us to stop this week because it is almost time for us to close down. It's a great place for us to end our penultimate episode for this season.
Bum, bum, bum.
So tomorrow I will be online to do Matt Plays. I'm going to be playing some Solasta, Crown of the Magister. Come out for that. Come interact with me. I'm pretty talkative during the game, and you can watch me try and fight stuff. It's fun. I like it. It's a good game. On Tuesday, we'll be back with...
handed to him last
what now?
week. Last time he was getting his butt handed to him by some mages and vampires or something.
Freaking mages. Good Lord. Man, that was a terrible fight. I was not happy with that fight. Well, it's just because I got done with a really not easy fight to get started into a really freaking hard fight. I had to have redone that like 24 times.
Yeah, and you got he got into it through a cutscene, so it wasn't like it was like he made a bad roll in a cutscene.
Yeah,
and
Ouch.
he couldn't not do it. He couldn't go back far enough.
Tuesday we'll be back with Tones of Isolation for Vampire the Masquerade Night Road. We're on chapter 9 of that however long book. We got 3 more deliveries to make. Like
Moon.
Yeah, and you can come join Ransom and Moon, their very loyal Lobo. They keep calling
I hate it
Moon
so
a Lobo.
much. I feel
don't
like
know
Ransom.
why.
I think Ransom must be Hispanic.
Or
at
there's
least
probably
Spanish,
some of that.
Spanish
Yeah,
speaking.
I'm thinking like probably like old Mexican, like has been in the area since like it was part of Mexico.
Probably.
Yeah. So come join Ransom and Moon as we go deliver stuff to stop the Second Inquisition from murdering everyone. Who knows? We'll probably all die. Watch us flirt with the prince. That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what episode it is, but my favorite thing with Moon is when he ate all the hot dogs.
yeah, that was like early on.
It was, but still, that was one of the.
Yeah. And then on Thursday next week we'll be playing Ninja Crusade, second edition. John's running that. You can check out those episodes to catch up on that story on our YouTube channel. If you want to throw that up on the Discord or on the chat window real quick, Rox.
It's there.
Fantastic. And then go ahead.
I was going to say, be sure to come out. That is my birthday stream. So I will be doing that for my birthday.
Ooh, fantastic. Yay. And then a week from Saturday is the kickoff of Savage Christmas. We've got Tintogo Greg. We're so glad that he's going to come out and play. We've got Jen from Penny for a Tale, their channel. They're going to be out. And then we got my cousin John and my roommate Justine. They're going to come out and we're going to play. It's going to be a Fate game. So it's a lot more narrative-based than role-based, but there will be some roles, and they use Fate dice. So that'll be fun. So come out and check out Savage Christmas as the Christmas Nasties try and save Christmas and Santa Claus.
Nice.
And that'll be at noon on the 12th Central Standard Time.
And honestly, after participating in the Halloween one, the holiday specials are fun.
Yeah, they're a little less like we can just have fun and get done with it, and we don't have to worry too much about ongoing story, which is a very different feel, and I like that. I like the ongoing story. Call of Cthulhu doesn't always do that well. I think you guys noticed as Aaron's barely holding on to his sanity over there.
Hey,
but like
Aaron is 20 episodes into this campaign.
I mean, in all fairness,
That's
Claudius was like one sneeze away from dying at a point.
Twice. So Claudius is. I don't think Claudius is going to go insane, but he will bleed out eventually.
Yeah.
In Australia, I was like 3 points away too. I mean, I was.
Yeah. So yeah, we've got all that coming up, and then Star Trek starting up next year. That'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
So
can't wait for that.
If you haven't subscribed, do that. If you haven't followed, you can do that as well. And then we'll be around. Come check us out on the YouTube, the Facebooks, the Twitters, the Tweeters.
Yep. Join our Discord.
Check all that out.
Check us out on all.
The Discord. Come look at all the food we were making. The soup that Justine made that she put a picture up of today was so good.
Awesome.
Lots, and it's still a pretty deep pot. So
I didn't take a picture of my McRib tonight.
Oh, I wanted to McRib so bad.
You know what? I'm having a really rough day, so I was like, I'm having a McRib. I don't care.
Is it nationwide or just Texas?
I think it's
nationwide.
No, they've got them here in Indy.
Yeah, I heard about them.
Thank you.
I heard about them online. So, and they just released on Wednesday. So I made it a day before I
we'll
went.
Pick up
and
a
got
bunch
it.
of them for tomorrow.
It's one of those wonderful, nasty things that's like you want it. You just want it.
I told we saw the commercial and my eyes got big, and my wife and my daughter both.
I'm really tempted to order another one tonight.
Yeah,
just because
they're that good.
I got my holiday bonus from my freelance guy.
Nice.
And it made me feel better. So.
What's the website for Adventure Week, Roxy?
aawgames.com. If you go to the FAQ and you scroll down to the bottom to see who AAW Games is, you might see a familiar face.
Yeah, go check that out. They make good stuff for 5th edition and Starfinder and Pathfinder and something else.
And Savage Worlds is coming shortly. We don't have any mini dungeons for them, which is primarily what I work on, but we do have a couple long adventure modules. And if I don't know if anybody else saw the news, but Paizo partnered with Pinnacle, and now all the Pathfinder adventure paths from Pathfinder 1 are going to be Savage Worlds.
Oh,
That's a new thing
Well.
that's coming. Has nothing to do with me.
Well.
It's just something that showed up in the news, and I was like, oh, yeah, Rise of the Rune Lords is coming for Savage Worlds if you're a Pathfinder fan. So,
Well, that's interesting.
yeah, it's going to
I
be.
would be more interested in playing the Pathfinder adventure paths in a non-Pathfinder
I
rules
think
setting.
I would too. I've played a couple of them. Like, honestly, Skull and Shackles in Savage Worlds, I think would be a good time. Do some pirate stuff.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
we'll be back on. We'll be back tomorrow, and we will.
Look, January 2021 and Fantasy Companion for Savage Worlds. That'll be nice.
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 Thanks, Greg. We appreciate that. And yeah, we will see you guys tomorrow night if you come out. And otherwise, have a great night.
All right, everybody.
Good night,
everyone.
y'all.
Watching.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.